All right, guys, and welcome to Dope Check, episode number 88. The boys are officially back in business. We've now had 2 weeks of these Major 2 qualifiers. Tons of matches have happened. Some of them have been good, some of them have been terrible, and some of these teams might need to blow up their rosters. Some big drama, majorly courtesy of Scrap, who's been beefing everyone over the last couple of days. Scump, ZooMaa, you name it. Scrap's been talking about it. We'll certainly get into that. The CDL teasing they might make some changes to the state of the Pro League as well. Lots of interesting talking points. Big thanks to our sponsors, Prize Picks, Elgato, for supporting all the content this season. More about that later. Don, it's good to have you back. Appreciate the voice. It's slightly compromised today, but it doesn't mean that the energy is any different than normal.
Yep, feel good. Glad to be here. I feel good. So I know my voice is a little bit raspy, but we're going to make it work. But at least I feel good. You know, my energy should be high, and I'm excited to see what we talk about today. You know, I've been watch partying the matches. Some of them are very, very questionable to say the least. I don't know how much we'll say about the actual games themselves, but
Scrap wants us to talk about everything. Scrap wants us to look at that mini map.
Yeah,
you know, like we gotta.
Yeah, the mini
nah,
map.
But like it's different though because we don't.
You're right.
We ain't watch partying. Like they know what we're about. You know.
Yeah, we're just here to hate.
Yeah, facts.
Pretty much.
We're gonna get some hate off for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much. But like that's what I'm saying. Like, you know. That's why I feel like that's why Scrap never really talks bad about us, because like we don't really be like going in depth talking about anything crazy.
Yeah. No, we know the game. He knows the game.
Yeah, pretty much.
You good, Trey?
The only time we talk about a play, oh my bad.
No, you're fine.
Nah, you're good.
I'll just say the only time we talk about a play is if one team does some insane bogus shit, like they're just they didn't hit the hill, you know, rocker, they're just sitting in the corner in the open on the protocol, whatever that one play was, that was insane.
Yeah,
teams got to do some insane shit, bro.
Yeah, like Ravens dropping 35 kills more than Gentlemates and losing a hardpoint map. Like that.
Yeah.
Certainly one of the maps of all time. No doubt about that.
Yeah. They need to blow it up. But that's for a different part of the show. Yeah, Rab, I'm doing great. I'm fantastic. Life's going well. Everything's going well. Couldn't be better. You know, family's doing great. Show's doing well.
Upcast Line's back with a generation, remember, for 12 months in a row. It couldn't be any better. Welcome back to the generational.
Wow.
You are the man.
I mean, like, seriously, you know, what more can we do out here? We just, you know, pre-shows, normal shows.
Don's running the watch parties with Ken. It's out of control.
Yeah, like, we're doing everything, you know, content on content on content. It don't get much better. So, you know, we appreciate you for tuning in and, you know, welcome back to another one.
Let's dive in, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, wanted to start here because there is a couple of LAN tournaments coming up in the very near future, which is always nice to see. We're not far away from getting into March. Of course, at the end of March, we've got Major 2 in Birmingham here in the UK. Absolutely delighted for that one. But we've got some big Challenger tournaments coming up as well. Obviously, Challengers is back in action this weekend, Don. We're certainly going to talk about that in a couple of seconds' time. Because what a weekend for the Bush, baby. You'll love to see it. But we've got this Misfits tournament coming up. We are the official statistics partner of this tournament. So I wanted to mention it to you all because this is hopefully going to be a pretty big deal on the Challenger side. These guys are spinning up XPs. They're spinning up ladders. Kind of what you used to see back in the day with game battles, rest in peace. And alongside spinning that up, they've got their LAN tournaments that they're starting to run. The idea is here that hopefully some of the top Challenger teams will play in this online circuit. The best of those teams get automatically invited to these LAN tournaments. Others, of course, are free to attend as well. And this first one, Brunswick, Ohio, 4v4 CDL rule set, $6,000 prize pool on the 13th to the 15th of March. If you're interested, of course, or if you know someone who might be, get involved. All the details are on the screen. So yeah, exciting time for Challengers, Don. There's a lot going on. People are looking to come in, support the scene, create things that can make that happen. A large part of it is thanks to some of the gentlemen over at Bush, among others. And good weekend for Bush, right? Big weekend. W weekend, Cup number 6, Challengers Cup champions, none other than #unshaven. I did see you do a tweet. You were like, look, I'm taking no credit for this one. The boys, they did it all.
Yeah, I mean, still on the resume. It's still on the resume, okay? It's still on the resume, but I'm just being honest. You know, there's been like a big break since the major, and you know, I'm just trying to do so much stuff. I mean, I'm a student, I'm, you know, content creator now, all this type of stuff. So I was just like, I'm not gonna lie, boys, like I just gotta handle some stuff this week. For the elites, it'll actually line up much better because the matches will be Wednesday and Thursday. So that will just work out much better for me, and I'll be able to be more involved. But this past week, it was just too much. And you know, the good thing is these players are already developed. I don't think I could coach a team and build them from the ground up. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I can build. Yeah, I couldn't do that.
You don't want to
These
coach
guys are
Cloud9?
already
No? You're not tempted?
no. I need my players pre-built like my PC. Pre-built. I need all my players pre-built. If you're not pre-built, I can't work with you. I ain't
You
gonna
need
lie.
a plug and play. You need a
Yeah, I need a plug and play.
I like
because
that.
I need to be able to dip.
And then we
I need
get
to
the
be able to,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Say simple things and you understand me. You know what I'm saying? I need to have respect for you. So I need to think you need to already be good. And luckily these players, you know, get them getting second at the major while being honest, we were super chalked. Like we were super chalked and got second. It just gave them much more belief. And now I trust them to like go hard and take everything seriously, even if I'm not there. So that's why I said this week it's still on the resume, but this was all them. I didn't say nothing. I didn't say a damn thing in practice. I wasn't even there half the time. So shout out to the boys for going crazy. And yeah, hopefully some teams look at them. I mean, it's a no-brainer. A lot of these teams in the league need to change. So
Yeah, well, you know, when they're offering 24,000 salary.
It's tempting.
You
You
know,
know, it's big money.
Yeah.
I think how many subs does I see Spot had on Twitch? Like 1,600
got
or something?
1,600. Yep, 1,600.
Yeah,
man.
So,
he's making more money than them a month right now.
Yeah,
Easily,
100%.
for sure.
100%.
And listen, like Spart's like the poster boy for that team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's the face of the franchise, baby. That's what the Bush fans say.
Yeah, you know, he ain't showing any love over here though, is he? Spart, where you been? You got your coach on the show, Goat. But I love that.
I feel like Spot would be like, would he be the most likely to get picked up to the league? Do you think?
Probably, yeah. I mean, he got the
100%.
C9 offer before the other players did. Respectfully, I mean, I feel like there's a team that I actually do think like there's a team where he slots in perfectly in Toronto.
You think it would be? Oh no, Toronto.
Toronto, I feel like he slots in perfectly. I mean, I'm gonna be honest on Boston end. What sucks with the Boston situation? I mean, we'll go more in depth, but I think Capsule fits into Boston, but he terrorized their org before, so now I think he's probably banned from the organization. I don't think they want Capsule, but he would for sure help Boston. I just think he's banned because whatever he did previously on Boston, they didn't like, so he's done for. So GG's to Cap, but I don't know. There's some teams where they should look at these players, and it's gonna suck for me because
I was wondering that, like, what's it like for? Yeah, go on.
Yeah, because I want them to get picked up, but at the end of the day, like I coach for free. Like I've gotten one coaching payment. You know what I'm saying? I got $250 for getting grand finals at Major 2 or Major 1, sorry, which is cool.
Big.
But at the end of the day, it's like I'm not gonna invest lots of time into other players, even if they're good, because I have a bond and an emotional connection to these guys. You know what I'm saying? Even if like Awakening and Toolgrill, they want to join the Bush, right? And they're the best in challengers. I personally don't see myself like coaching other people. Like it's either like if these guys all four got picked up to the league, I think I just, you know, it's over with. It's over with for me on the Bush. I'm not gonna lie. But we have also talked that even if I don't coach the Bush, I will be involved on the content side of things. So it wouldn't change like me being involved with the Bush. It would just be I wouldn't coach.
Hell yeah.
So yeah.
What's the situation looking like? I mean, Jersey Joe was back on the cold calls. He was trying to find some moolah to get the boys out to Birmingham because Obviously, it's long flights for the gentlemen. Assuming the team's still together in a few weeks, because I mean, they will be if they don't get picked up. But you never know. That's the thing. You never know. They could get poached. It's always possible, because that's the thing you got to deal with in challenges, right? Like, it's obviously a great storyline right now. The Bush get the win again after some of the talk they're going to shut down the Bush, but it takes one. You go through swings and roundabouts, right? It can't always be good news all the time.
Yeah. They called JJ called me the other day. He said,
"Wait, he wants you to invest too?"
Nah. He called me the other day and he was like, "Yo, Don, what you doing?" I'm like, "I'm at the gym." He's like, "You do you want to go to Birmingham?" I'm like, if I'm being honest, JJ, I really don't care to go. I don't want to go. Honestly, I'm down to not go. Like, if you want, go ahead and ask the players, and if all 4 of the players want me to go, which they do, then I'll go. And then he was just like, nah. I'm not gonna ask them. We're just gonna fit you in the budget. And what airport you like? He was getting my flight information, you know. So whatever they got, I trust them. They got it figured out. They said I'm in the budget and I'll be in Birmingham. You know, it's kind of fortunate, kind of unfortunate, because like I said, I'm not looking forward to going to this location.
Come on, it's gonna be fun.
But but I am excited for the competition aspect of it. You know, it's DreamHack. Apparently the venue's super duper nice. And yeah, we're in foreign territory, bro. Like, it'd be sick if we can win overseas. That'd be fire. So
no, I'd love to hear that.
You got to check in first.
Yeah, I gotta check in with I gotta have my shank on me too.
Whoa. Nah, I mean, you're right, but
hey, listen, you're right, but like, man, hey, I'm gonna be well protected too. Don't you worry.
All right, man. Yeah, we shanked up, bro. Got my shank on me, bro.
Yeah, but the NEC's out of the city anyway. Like, it's out to the east.
I'm bringing my karambit. I'm bringing my karambit.
Karambit Doppler. Karambit Fade.
Yeah, I got a red ruby on there.
Tiger Tooth.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it in style.
Yeah, that's right. Apparently the Nando's is gone. Somebody said they got rid of the Nando's.
The Nando's is gone.
Yeah, someone told me in Dallas that they got rid of the Nando's over the road.
Finally, an American's going to try a different food for once.
Yeah, but there is a casino. The casino is still there, so.
You know. Oh yeah, I was there.
Listen, we'll put you on. Yeah, you know where I was. I mean, Rab, you know, we'll sidebar Don out of this one for a second. You know, Don can't hear us right now, but listen, the American food is way better than the UK food.
The Americans are cooked, man. I remember, like, Aches would always come to the British events. He was furious. He was furious at the food.
Listen, I'm furious when I go over there because I got to come back to our, like, listen, they put so much shit in there, like, fair enough, but wow, does it taste so much better.
It does taste good. I can't lie, when I was in LA before the previous event, I think that might be the best, like, quality and variety of food I had.
LA has such good food.
It was unbelievable. Yeah. And Dallas is like, as Trey says, the food is tasty. It takes you out, but it's tasty for sure. We'll see. I actually remember. Go on.
I was going to say, when we landed in Dallas, and I was like, what do you want for food? Me and you, we went there like a week early. And I was like, yo, Rab, they got buy one, get one free on Popeye's burgers.
Chicken sandwiches? You don't want the chicken?
Yeah, the chicken. Yo, Don, they're the greatest chicken sandwich of all time. But listen,
they're so good.
I ate that, and wow,
we were cooked. No, we were.
You're
done. That was like done. We arrived that day, and it set us up for success.
I think I fell asleep on TikTok. I woke up with the same TikTok playing over and over and over and over and over.
Yeah, that was a brutal one.
Yeah,
I was remembering. I don't think I ever went to that casino in Birmingham, but I think it was a London event. Obviously, this is like way before. This is like 2019. I want maybe London 2019, 2020. I don't know. But you know that casino, Don, in like it's in Stratford, but it's around the corner from. It's around the corner from the Copper Box. I don't know if you remember.
Is it the one that was in the mall? Like it was like
yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm there.
Oh yeah. No, I remember I was just watching like the guys playing blackjack. I don't know what the table was. It was like maybe Marky B was on the table, like Shane was there or something. I remember Don, you rocked up, you sat down at the table, you whipped out like 20 50s or something, and you just spread them on the table. I was like, we're just running this shit. Yeah, that was actually class. That was
That
oh
day
my
I cashed the
god.
fuck out.
Yeah, did for
That was
real?
one of my good ones. That was one of my good ones. Yeah.
I remember Karma was there. Like Scump and Formal and Hex were like on a table out the way. Like they had their own like private table going on. Damn.
That's gonna be us. That's gonna be
That
us.
might be us. That might be
We're gonna
us.
get our own BP felt.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone
Like
tries
that.
coming over? Nah, we got
Nah.
this. It's how it is. BP only.
Yeah,
It's
BP only.
BP only. Hey, listen, I will say though, you know, I can't wait to gamble.
I'm like my
I'm
all-time
gonna
plus
indulge a
minus in
little
the
bit.
casino is I'm £20 up all time in casinos. Because I only win like
Listen,
I've been a couple times. Well, okay, if you don't include drinks, but I played like a couple hands of blackjack in when I was at uni in Bath. Won like 20 quid, called it a day, cash straight out. So I think that might turn the other way, especially because we're going to
Listen,
Vegas in July.
I'm not gonna tell you how much I'm down in Vegas.
Mm.
In
I live
Vegas,
there.
I'm down. In that particular state, or city, I'm down for sure.
Listen, I'm down 5 figures.
In Vegas?
I lived there for 6 months.
Okay.
I'm down
Oh,
5
yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
But like,
Yeah.
it's you're thinking about like, he's down like 10, 50. No.
You're not a lie. You're not a lie. I hear
okay, I
that.
see. Well, you know, it's like so we're talking
Like
about,
every
Trey.
time I go Vegas, I'm PTSD.
We're coming
like-
back for revenge this time.
Like I'm walking past strips like fucking.
This time we take
Dude.
everything.
I'm down.
Word to old boy.
In Boston, me, Teej, I forgot who else were on the table. I hit for like 3,500. And then I was just so lazy, just a fucking lazy piece of shit. I just kept the cash in my wallet. I never like put it in my account. And then when I went to Vegas, I still had it. That
No.
shit's gone. The
Yeah.
whole shit was gone. Like I'm talking about, I just met my girl. That's where like we both flew to Champs and like we spent the week together. I'm trying to impress. I'm handing her money. I'm getting looted. I'm just going rogue.
No,
That
there's
shit
nothing
all
worse.
went on, bro.
Listen, there's
Down
nothing worse.
3,500.
Your boy's out of dough. Your boy's out of money. He's like, man, that ATM's so far away.
Yeah,
bro.
so fine.
He's looking at you like,
You got
you're
me.
like, all right, bro. Like, I got you with a quick 500. Like, don't worry about it. He loses it. Ghosting.
He's gone.
He's
on
like,
the
he's
corner.
like, no, I lost full, bro. I'm getting an Uber back.
Yeah, he's gone.
You know, what about
You
my
ain't seen
500?
that,
He's
bro.
like, yeah, I got you later, bro. I cash up you.
And he
bro.
loses
Like,
it so fast too.
Oh,
I was gone in 10 minutes.
Guy split in 20s. He's trying to make a comeback. Loses full, he's out of there. Yo, can I get that on paper? Yeah, I got you when I get back, bro. Like, this shit. Text him again. Nah, bro. Like, I ain't even, bro. I'll get you in the morning, bro. I'm too tired for this. I ain't been paid back since.
Nah. Look at Trey's face, man. It's a face of betrayal.
Despair.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you look like the bad guy like 5 years later trying to hit. Yo, remember that 500? I don't remember shit, bro. I bet, cool.
Yeah, it's out. Cheers.
Appreciate you.
All right, well, more of that coming later this year. Looking forward to that, gentlemen. Okay, let's talk about a couple of things. Last week, I was cooking Spinner Spence. Justifiably so, might I add.
Yeah.
This week, maybe he's done something. I'm not gonna actually. You know what? This week I'm being positive for now, but it looks like the league has decided. Okay, let's actually get off our ass and do something, because they hit up some of the former pros and they were like, "Yo, we want you to test some of the new maps. Let's play a bit of Saki, a bit of Fringe." I know that they got Attach and Octane and some of the other guys to play around with it, see what they thought. As far as I understand, last year the league just made the calls and the pros weren't very happy about that. Okay, obviously, but depends, are you gonna double down or are you not? This year they tried to hit the players up. Okay, let's get scrimming, baby. Let's try some of these new maps. But by the time the pros did, maybe 4 of them had tested it. and it was too late to make a decision or whatever. So this time, it looks like they might be locking in. I don't know if you've been hit up for this, Don, but that's what people are talking about, that they're going to get other people to test. BenJ was discussing that, like, look, lads, we've got to make some sort of competitive committee. BenJ's been talking about this for years. And, players, former players that have been there and done it, they could test, they could give feedback on the meta, on the map pool, but they're not necessarily affiliated with teams. I think the issue, not the issue, because I trust Octane to be reasonable in his judgment, but also he is connected to Thieves, ZooMaa's connected to FaZe, so like there is some inherent questions as to whether he might vote in favor of what his team wants to do. So I think we need impartial people like Don, like Trey, like Parasite, maybe like Doug, among others, to call the shots.
There's a guy that's just, his name is just repeating in my mind over and over. It's Litico, man.
We do.
We need Slasher World League.
So true.
I genuinely think, because Austin has a lot of free time right now, okay? There's a lot. Okay? He's enjoying, he's had a great, lucrative career. He's paid. Money's not an issue. He's at home with his family and his girlfriend. He's playing RuneScape all day.
Oh, what a life,
he has a lot of free time, man. And I know he's obviously gonna, he's a grown man. He's gonna figure out his next career option. Listen, I think that could maybe be a paid position for him. You don't got to pay him nothing crazy, because it's not a job that takes a lot of time.
Yeah, maybe 10 hours a week, 5-10 hours a week we give him.
Yeah, it's not a job that takes a lot of time. I genuinely think, him, Lamar, people like that, mostly just Austin, I think they should pay. They could give him a paid position, or, maybe him and create a team and just have him, lead the dialogue. Because that's really all it is. I feel like the main difference now, it started happening when everyone like really started like living together. The COD community is, everyone is clicked up. Everyone's clicked up. Everyone's biased. We need someone, who's cool with a lot of people. He can go to this clique, he can go to this clique, he can go to this clique. He can have fair conversations with them, because everyone's clicked up. And versus back in the day, when we're, World War II, we're in Ohio, even though we're playing against each other, we're all in the same apartment complex. You know what I'm saying? That we're just more, back in the day, we were just more together and combined as one, nowadays it's just different. And I do think we need someone that's paid, like I said, it doesn't got to be insane, because it doesn't take a lot of time, but someone who makes the rules for like a head referee, head GA, you know what I'm saying? Like, because whoever does it now, do we have a head referee? Like, that, what's that dude in the UFC? And the black dude with the dreads, Herb Dean. He referees every championship fight. We need a Herb Dean.
Yeah, he's paid too.
And he's paid. He referee every championship fight, like, or at least majority of them. All the big ones. Like, if you see a superstar fighting, Herb Dean in that motherfucker. Like, we need a Herb Dean. We need someone who's actually not. And I know people might, Herb Dean's brain dead, whatever. I'm just trying to use an example of someone who is a highly paid referee and he's consistently there. You know what I'm saying? We need someone like that, because when it comes to resets, all the trade, think about whenever you got reset, cheesed, or hold. Who the fuck is making that decision? There's some goddamn NPC 95% of the time.
Hey, listen, I've got two. All right. World War II, TK, where Lamar just said we could have made it when he know damn well he couldn't.
In the fire alarm shit? Yeah.
Yeah. And Black Ops 4 FaZe, where we played LG and we kept the point, but Jizza comes out of nowhere and grab slams us.
Yeah.
And then we're like, yo, what's the idea of the game, ref? To cap the point. We done that. He goes,
the referees are
care. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
He goes, I don't care. Whatever's on the screen goes.
Yeah.
That was still the most outrageous shit of all time, bro. Like,
listen,
that would
might
not
have one of the most unluckiest careers of all time.
Yeah, even the Red Reserve fucking Ardennes Forest bullshit. Yeah, we'll
Arden's
talk about
Forest,
that. We don't
Lamar
talk
has to
about that.
sprint across from one side of the map to the other and get there in 5 seconds, whilst he's got 40 fighter pilots looking like fucking, looking like Nam V3.
Yeah. Look
And
at
he's
that
somehow
D-Day.
swindled it and gone, yo, we could have made that, Adam, bro. I'm telling you. And I'm like, Lamar, who are you? Barry Allen? You ain't the Flash. But you're right, Don. We need someone that's going to... We need someone that has... Because, listen, I think the pros, the only reason they don't want to do it or let the league do it is because they don't have anyone reliable to do it. So, what are they going to do? Whack someone in there that, like, is not qualified, essentially? I know there's no actual, like, PhD in the fucking... in map awareness. But... You know, I feel like scrapping that would have a lot more respect for people, like respect for the changes, as if it was done by someone like you said, Austin, Lamar, or something like that. No bias to a team. They got friends on teams, but like realistically, ever since we've been doing GAs, like those two have been prominent people to, you know, make COD the best it can be.
Yeah.
So, you know, I do agree with you that if the league ain't going to do it because they're scared of pro reaction, then yeah, go give Austin, you know, a little sum of money, even though they're broke, to make those changes. Because if the pros don't like it, well, guess what? You've had one of the most glorified best AR in the world at some points in his career, and you know, finished top 5 in my opinion, giving you the map. So if you don't like it, then that's on you.
Right. And
Yeah,
I want to add one
no,
more thing.
absolutely.
I just want to add one more thing, just because they keep saying Chris or Parasite in the chat. I do think Parasite would be good. Okay. But the reason why I chose Austin is because kind of what Trey said. Top 5 AR, or not to say that Haggie's not a world champion, but Haggie or Parasite, people just dislike him. For whatever reason it is, people dislike him. And like a lot of players dislike him. A lot of players just don't respect him for some odd reason. Austin has a pretty high level of respect. You know, and that's what I'm saying in terms of reaching out, going to this clique, going to this clique, going to this clique team, going to this team. Every player on and mostly throughout the league is going to have a supreme high level of respect for Slasher, especially when it comes to GAs and what he's done, versus Chris, who people like just wrote, like he just has like a negative stigma on his name. So that's the only reason why I say Slasher. But Chris is he does play the game. He is smart. It's got to be more than that. It's got to be more than just, oh, you know what you're talking about. You got to be able to build relations to negotiate the GAs and the maps. You know what I'm saying? You got to have negotiation skills and the stuff that Parasite has. That's why I said Slasher.
No, I think that's fair. I also think like Slasher has an understanding. He has a pretty broad understanding of what the scene, how all the moving parts in the scene work, right? Because fundamentally, the decisions that are made by the league need to put the fans first, because without the fans, none of this exists, right? So like the pros will put their own opinions first, which is fine. And Slasher understands that, and these other guys understand that. But also there needs to be an element of like, okay, maybe this new map might not be the best, but to make the product better, we got to try someone else. So this is how it is. Either you guys test it and you give us your thoughts, and if you don't test it, we're going to put it in anyway. Unlucky. Like there needs to be a little bit of that. I think like Slasher would be a great person in terms of the comms with the pros, but I also think the league needs to, you know, grow a pair of bollocks at times and be like, okay, we need to, you know, it goes both ways in my opinion. But yeah, interesting conversation for sure. Big shout out to B Staples for the 5 USD. Drop Cammy, Purge, and Snoopy. Sell Nasty for the highest bidder. Pick up the entire Bush roster. That's what I'd do if I were Boston. We'll get back to that in a second. Maybe they'd pay Don to be the coach. Who knows? We shall see. So yes, anyway, thank you very much for the 5 super chat. We'll come back to the Boston topic in the coming minutes. The other point on this was about the finals format. So Daniel Say did a tweet. Daniel Say tweet check. And he says, after we did the tweet about the finals percentages, so we put this tweet out earlier this week, finals won from the losers bracket. In the pre-CDL era, it was 23% of finals were won from losers. Now it's 41%. So it's not far off doubled, which actually makes perfect sense because you now only need to win 1 series instead of 2. But of course, it's still better for the winners bracket team, probably because they were the better team, because they were winners. So it is what it is. Now, there's been lots of debate on these numbers because, yeah, back in the day, it was really tough to win from losers. You could do it. OpTic did it notably to win champs in 2017, but it didn't happen very often. And occasionally you would get a 3-0 smoke show in the finals, which in my opinion was somewhat underwhelming. Now, in terms of fairness, I don't think anyone is denying that a double series is the most fair. It gives the team from winners, they've not lost yet. It's meant to be a double elimination tournament. There are other factors to consider, but I think that after OpTic lost their own major, despite the going 6-4 map count against Gentlemate, obviously people were talking about it. So Daniel Say talks about it as well, which is good to see, right? Because I feel like sometimes in this con scene, we're just talking into the void. You know, we talk about these topics and potential solutions to problems we have, and then we never hear anything about it apart from the occasional update. Now, so Daniel says, commissioner of the league, yeah, we agree the winners bracket team deserves an advantage. The double series they think is too big of an edge, and the data reinforces that. I don't love his take on the data, but I think with other considerations in play, it's nice to see the league are considering that probably a single best of 7 isn't the way to go anymore, Don.
Yeah, I mean, that does suck. I didn't even realize that OpTic won the map count versus Gentlemates and lost. I mean, that does suck. I'm honestly not the most versed in this subject, just because, like, you know, like Pat and Haggy and them, I feel like they understand it more just because they played with more formats than
they played like
have.
Continuation brackets.
Yeah, they played
like
the continuation, and Pat was like gassing up the continuation. Like, I still don't even understand how continuation works if the teams didn't play each other. And then his argument was like, well, that rarely happens, which is true. But there is one event that I played at where we lost to Elevating winners, and then we played OpTic in grand finals from losers, and we had to win 2 best of 7s. And it was to me, I mean, I was obviously young and unexperienced, and like my second grand finals or something, but it felt when coming from losers, when you have to win like 2 best of 7s, it has an overwhelming feeling, just because it's like, damn, we gotta like dominate for like 3 hours straight, 2 hours straight, however long this goes on for. Which I do understand, but it's like my team we put ourselves in that position. So from a competition aspect, I do think if you haven't lost throughout the tournament, you should have to lose twice. That's just you know what we come from, and it makes the most sense. This team lost in the tournament, and then they get to finals, and they only have to beat us 1 time when we never lost to them. That's insane. But I just honestly don't know how to fix it, just because, like I said, I don't know how the continuation works. They said it was an advantage. But didn't Farico come from losers? I'm pretty sure they came from losers in the continuation and beat Envy.
Yeah, I think it was a 3-2 series in the first one, and then they won 6-5, but obviously they didn't play 11 maps in the finals.
I don't know what the best format is. I just think we definitely should change it. And even just I'm kind of on the leaks. I still think there is an advantage from winners, for the simple fact, I forgot what happened at the event, but like, you get to pick the map 1, and you get to pick both sides on overload and veto your worst overload. There's only 3 overloads. So as long as you're good at 2 of them, you get to play your 2 best overloads with the preferred side, and you get to pick map 1. Like, you do have a massive veto advantage. You know what I'm saying? At least, in my opinion. You have a good veto advantage, but I'm not sure the direction to go on this one. I'm gonna be honest.
I just don't think it's enough, though.
Yeah, it probably isn't. It probably isn't enough.
I don't think, like, because all right, let's say a team gets to, let's say Gentlemate, for example, gets to the finals through best of 5s because they're going off banning their worst maps. Now they have to play them. In a sense, they're forced to play them. So like, you are right in the veto, and you know, top teams shouldn't be just terrible at a map and not be able to play it. Like, that shouldn't be a thing. But like I said, I don't agree with him as well, Rab, when he's doing the whole like statistics thing. You know, the
Yeah,
statistics that like,
Yeah, I think
of
that's
course,
cheese. Like.
of course, like you're gonna look at the percentages because it sucks. Like there is a better way to do it. They know there's a better way to do it. The only reason we stopped doing double best of fives is because they said the viewers don't know what's going on. What are we dealing with? 3-year-olds here? What do you mean? We never had an issue in the past. You know, if someone asks, "Oh, how do they win this final?" Oh, they have to win 2 best of fives. So a first team to 3 in the first series from loser bracket can play again. If you win best of 3, you know, it's not hard to explain. You know, what's hard to explain is how a team that's come from loser bracket gets the same field play as the guys that came from winner bracket. That's what's hard to explain, you know? So I don't like where they're going with that take, with the percentages and the numbers and stuff like that. Stop looking at statistics. You know it's not right. You know it's not fair. You know, because we can argue this as well, Don. You know, yeah, they come from winners bracket, and people are like, yeah, but the players get to chill. Listen, I know for a fact if there was no like buff in the final, like if I was going into the final from a loser bracket perspective, and I knew the only advantage they had was just VOs and picking a side, I'd be so happy playing from losers.
Oh,
and getting
100%.
into the final.
100%. You
So
feel way
happy.
more relaxed now. Way more. Like,
So happy. Well, I get to wax 3 teams before playing the finalists who have to wait an hour and a half. Yeah, I'm locked in. I'm down.
Mm.
Like, and you know, everyone's gonna say, "Ah, it's not really an excuse." You know, if you from the winners bracket, bro. Listen, if they're going in way warmer than you are and way more doped up, like way more. They just made grand finals after smoking someone, and then they play the finalists. Like, yeah, they're gonna be. You know, there's definitely an advantage in that aspect, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's a very interesting one because I think the league is right to consider what the implications are wider than just for the players, right? Because the double series, it adds a level of jeopardy just logistically. If you're playing 2 best of 7s, I mean, look, we go to these tournaments, the venue's got to close at a certain time. In Madrid last year, we were pretty close on one of the days to getting everyone kicked out of the venue, and they had to play the rest of the game behind closed doors because of the timings and the staffing and all this stuff. You had 2 best of 7s potentially, or certainly 2 best of 5s. You play a 10-map finals like we had, I think it was CWL or maybe Dallas or something in 2017 when OpTic and E United, they went all 10 maps in the finals. Like, you know, you can get banger series like that. Sometimes that happens, but often you don't. For example, Paris in 2017, when there was some delays, like, because they, I don't know, there was some Just Dance game or something happened on a main stage. Once that was off, OpTic just 3-0 smoked FaZe in about 25 minutes, and that was the grand finals. And so that can be an issue. I think the best compromise is the best of 9 with a 1-0 lead, as we had back in MW19 when Dallas won from FaZe. Easy to explain. That team gets a 1-0. I think the other possibility is you just give them like full control of the map set. So, because in Valorant, it's a little different in Valorant, but it's the same story there. In Valorant, there's no 1-0 advantage for the team from losers or from winners. It's purely the team from winners just gets to choose the maps. But there's 7 maps in Valorant, and they get to choose which 2 are banned. So then you just play the 5 maps that were left, which is, it's definitely an advantage because you can ban the 2 best maps of the other team, but it's not super decisive. In COD, it's a little different. I did see Nameless have a take where he was like, they should just choose whether there were 3 hardpoints, 3 searches, 3 overloads. Like, they can just pick. But I feel like we're getting into the territory now of being almost more confusing than the league wants to suggest. So I don't know. What do you think, Trey?
I don't even know, man. Like, I genuinely couldn't tell you. Like, I don't really have like, because everything we say is like, it just goes around in circles. We say it every single time.
Yeah,
you know
I
what
do
I'm saying?
get that.
Like, and I feel like everyone has the same opinion, but like, there's no way to enforce it from our side.
there's a lot of people telling me that like it absolutely has to be a double series because there's no argument against it. And I'm like, I do understand that. People saying that like it's double elim, it has to be double elim to the end, but I don't personally believe that. I think there are better compromises. And I do think that the data indicates for example, Halo, they still do this. Halo still does the double best of 7. And I'm pretty sure the data indicates that people don't really want to watch a 4-hour final. Like we used to have this back in the day. Like if the match goes to the second best of 5, people would not watch the first like 2 to 3 maps of the second series. Like they might come back and watch if it goes to a double best of 5 again, but like people, if you're a viewer and you think, oh, this game might be over on this map 5, and then it's not over and we've got a whole nother 2-hour series coming up, we've got to go back to basics, we've got to do the map vetoes again. Probably the teams are going to pick the same bloody maps as they did before or something very similar. Like I want the final to be the best team over an array of maps. And that's why like I like the BO9 series because it shows, okay, you've got to play a ton of maps here, you're going to play a ton of map mode variety. The team from winners still gets a slight edge, and then you really get to see who's the best team. And I just think from a viewer perspective, the double best of 5 is flawed, and the double best of 7 is maybe even more flawed. It's probably fairer, but I don't think it's the best solution. So I think the league is not as stupid on this one as people think they are, is my like overall take. But
no, if they want to talk about statistics on people watching, yeah, sure. Don't give us statistics about who wins from
that's fair.
Yeah.
Because that's flawed. But if you're going to tell us that people, I would rather them said we've got statistics from when it was double best of 5 that people tend to tune out until the last map. You know what I'm saying? But on the second series, like they'll flick in and out. I mean, double best of 7. Don't even try me. Like,
especially after watching a whole day of COD, man. Like you got to think from a viewer's side. Like I know a lot of people commenting on this and saying that we want a double best of 7. They are like the super fans, right? And to be fair, all of us, like we're heavily into the scene, and the people that are commenting and are engaged enough to comment that, they are the hardcore viewers who actually will watch a whole day of COD and a double best of 7. But for most of the audience, watching a full day of COD on Sunday, that's a lot of COD. And then you're telling me we've got another 2-hour series that we weren't expecting right at the end of the day. Like, that's a lot, right? So we got to be aware of that when it comes to making the format to make it more watchable. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, one last thing I'll say. At the end of the day, every format, no format has 0 flaws. In my opinion, every format is gonna have some sort of flaw, some sort of thing. You can say, well, what about this? What about that? We just got to find the one that just works out the best for our game. And even like I'm thinking like single limit does suck sometimes, but that's how it is in real sports. Like let's just do pool play in a single limit. Like that could work, you know. But the argument to that, well, we only have 4 events a year. We don't have enough tournaments. We'll add some more fucking tournament. Like it's at the end of the day, they need to pay whoever is paid to make these decisions. They the one who need to be tweaking and figure it the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Make an improvement. Because like I said, there's just always some flaw to some system. Like even Jake, he was agreeing with Aches about the continuation. And from my point of view, I mean, that would have been great for me at Worlds because then I would have just came into finals versus OpTic. After I woke up, I beat FaZe, Envy, and Elevate. And I'm fresh slate. I'm going in the finals like, damn, I just had wars with all these teams. And I got to win 2 best of 7s versus OpTic. Map 1 is retreat hardpoint. Like, that shit felt overwhelming a little bit. Like, I just, from that point of view, it's like OpTic is just in a fresh best of 11 because they happen to not play us. They happen to not play us in winners bracket. Like, there's always a flaw to any format. So that's
Yeah,
why
I
feel
think
there's
I
no
think the
point to even argue.
continuation, like X's thoughts on that, that's just nostalgia cheese. Like I don't think that's a good format.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
I think we went away for that for a reason, to be honest.
For a
we're
reason. For a reason. Yeah.
We're talking like what 20-time champ Aches. Yeah, of course he's gonna want what he used to win on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Black Ops
Yeah.
1. Black Ops 1
Yeah.
continuation. Yeah.
Yeah.
BO2.
Fucking,
Yeah, that was the
all
best
right,
shit for sure.
all right, yo, that shit was fire, bro. I won so many events that way. Yeah, I'm sure, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, bro. I'm sure, Aches.
No, I agree. Anyway, yeah, it's an interesting conversation for sure. I think it's just nice to see the league at least entertaining discussions about this because they did change it, right? Like we went from it was a best of 9 a couple of years ago, but it's just straight up best of 9 to now being a best of 7. And I think the best format's probably exactly in between that. Thanks Ian Stacey for the 2 USD. COD already has too much downtime, no 2 best of 5s. I did see Aiden say in the chat, like, what if you did a best of 7 for the first series, and then run it as a best of 5 for the second series? I mean, like, maybe you do a best of 7, and then if the winners bracket team loses, you just do like a, I don't know, best of 1 search and destroy, winner takes all. I think that's a terrible idea, actually. Let's not do that.
Wait, do you guys feel like COD has too much downtime? I feel like it's insanely fast now compared to back in the day.
They're doing a better job, I think, now. I think at the LAN events, it does... When the same teams are playing again, there's always more... Like, the gap between the losers final and the grand final is always kind of big because the team that's lost, they got to get off stage, they got to do the vetoes again. Like,
Okay.
I think the majority of the tournament is relatively clean, but I don't know. I tended to find that if that first best of 5 is over and the losers team won, and you know you're going again, you've got a fair bit of time to wait. You're going to be back at the desk. They're going to be backstage chilling out. They got to do the veto process again. They got to come back and, I don't know. It's interesting.
That's my downside to double best of 5 is like after the first series you got to wait another like 20 minutes.
It takes some of the hype away, It's like you can build it up again. We have seen some great series, but
like I said, like not to go on about, I do like double best of 5 though, because if a team gets smoked 3-0 and then they got to play another series, whatever their maps they've lost, they're just banning.
Those were the best finals. Is when like the winners team would get smoked in the first BO5 and then have to like because usually the second series would like be a bit more competitive usually. Yeah. So
I got double best of 5 3-0 in Birmingham actually.
Oh yeah, you got 3-0-3-0'd. They smoked your shit.
Why'd you sound so excited to say that?
What the fuck?
Because I remember it now. Because Epsilon just absolutely ran through you.
Out of his chair, like what? Yeah, I know.
What the hell?
Double 3-0 me, but you didn't have to sound so excited.
No, I forgot about that. I thought you were just talking about the first series. Then I remembered you didn't even win a map. I was crazy at the time.
All right, bro, chill the fuck out. Like, what? I'm just letting you know a story. Like, yeah, you sound so excited. All right, B Sport Josh fan. Didn't realize this was a thing.
I forgot about that. B Sport left and went to their team instead. Yeah. Wow, what a roster. DeQueve, Hawkeye, Vortex.
Insanitized for 2 months.
2 months? two
However long he was there.
Before he disappeared.
Didn't go to LAN and never played again. I got to tip it though. That's respectable.
Yeah, that was tippable. Word to Insanitize. Word to Nathan. Okay, Scrap. He's been beefing. He says on the flank there are 6 retards talking to 10,000 retards. They're eating crowns the whole show. They're all brain dead. I think this started because Octane said that Abeezy's the most impactful player on the team, not Scrap, and then Scrap crashed out and said that Octane doesn't know what he's talking about on the flank. He's terrible on the show. He then called out the watch parties and said that Formal's the only one who actually watches. The other guys just don't care. Then ZooMaa fired back and said that, well, you play in the plumber era, so the games aren't even interesting anyway, so that's not my fault. And anyway, Scrap kept on doubling down. He was then yapping about the adding more maps into the pool and said it takes too long to finish the scrim anyway, so we've got to get those gone from the map pool. And ZooMaa said, well, he clowned him for that a bit and said the guy's always bitching. This guy's bitching. He's a lazy bitching retard. It never ends. So, it's been an entertaining couple of days. Opening thoughts, Trey?
appreciate Scrap for letting us talk about something because
good man.
this week would have been this show would have been pretty slow. It would have been. We make it work, but wow,
we
Scrap
make it
has bailed
work.
us out this week. Scrap has bailed us out this week because if you think I'm talking about C9 for more than 10 minutes, you've got another fucking
10 minutes.
It's 5. Nah, listen, W because listen, Scrap don't really ever say a bad word about us.
Nah. Big fan.
You know, he don't. You know, he could have said, fuck these guys, fuck that other one too, because he went after Scump's one too.
Yeah, he went after the king. He went directly after the king.
He could have said, fuck ZooMaa in that show, fuck Seth and his show, fuck Rab and that show.
But he gave Don the gas. Did you hear that? He was like, the only one who knows what he's talking about on the flank is Aches and Don Dada.
Yeah, well, like if I was
obviously if you were there, then yeah.
Yeah, like
that was left in parentheses.
I'll have to make a cameo.
Yeah.
Just for like 5 minutes, talk about his stuff, just so I can get some gas too. You know, free Ernie gas on the timeline, like abso-fucking-lutely. But no, I mean, listen, they're both right. I don't mean it in that way, but like, you know, sometimes you tune into the flank and it's hard for them to watch a game because the games are so bad. What do you want Tommy to talk about when C9 are playing OpTic? Like, of course, Don, what did I tell you the other week? The games are so much more fun when you've got a bet on.
Yeah. Oh my God. I've been revived. I've hit my second win. I was about to pass out beforehand.
Listen, I do understand where Scrap's coming from, but like, I don't feel like anyone's really claiming to like be that guy of COD knowledge. You know, maybe there's some things that are said where everyone just thinks they're brain dead, but I do understand both parties, and there's a lot of heads on the flank now.
Yeah,
there's a lot of heads on the flank, which is like, you know, cool. Everyone gets an opinion, gets a perspective, but like a lot of heads but sometimes, you know, something gets said that might get taken out of context and 7 other motherfuckers join in. You know, it does get crazy. That's why I'm glad we don't watch Party. You know, we don't do the shows like they do it either. They talk about the teams.
Everyone's got a different flavor, you know. That's what it is. That's okay.
Yeah.
Like we do something a little bit different to everyone else, which is why, you know, I'm not here talking about how Ernie's, you know, not hitting P1 routes or anything like that. You know, just on an example, we just talk about, you know, teams vaguely. But in a sense, like, Scrap's always had a little bit of beef with the flank. You know, this isn't the first time he said something about him. He did go after the king. You know, so you got...
The king fired back as well. The king said, well, Scrap don't even watch, so he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Exactly. See?
I side with the king, personally. That's my king. I always side with the king.
Like, it's like David versus Goliath, this is. You know? But... Listen, I'm glad Scrap just has something to say about everything, and he never holds back.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
He never holds back. But I don't really like, you know, I don't really have an opinion on what he's saying because it's like his word versus anyone else's word. I just think it's funny how him and Tommy like always interact with each other. But like I said, like Tommy is right. There are some terrible matches in the CDL right now. Like,
yeah,
I've said it since I said it at the start of the year. I think this is by far the worst the CDL has ever looked. In terms of like teams, how they're playing, like, and this is me, like, that's not even me taking it, like, it's not even me like being a dick or anything like that. It's just like the only time I've been having fun watching the matches because I'll be doing my predictions with someone and like we'd be watching the games together and like, you know, it's a bit of fun. I don't be betting on the games yet. But yeah, I understand where the flank are coming from as well. So yeah, nothing crazy. Just a lot of retard word bombs dropped, which is, you know, it's back. It's back. Yeah. Even Rap saying it now. We're back.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Listen, man, Ernie, he reminds me of me in a lot of ways. I feel like that's why he relates to me, and he always like he likes me. He relates to me a little bit, and when you're a player, now that I'm on the other end. And my emotion is like just out of everything. He's just yapping. I do understand what he's saying. But at the end of the day, like, bro, if you watch any podcast or any any breakdown, like, for one, there's fatigue. Like, we are fatigued. Like, we are not forced to watch. Yeah, we're literally forced to watch these matches because we are paid to talk. We this is our livelihood. So we are fatigued. I have to, if I'm going on the show, on the flank especially, that night, I'm gonna watch every match, right? Just so I at least know what the hell I'm talking about. I don't want to be, just only talk about the Lion Man or only talk about the stats. You know what I'm saying? I want to at least watch the matches. But we are fatigued, bro. Like, there's nothing to, like, Joe Budden. I know I don't want to. I'm gonna try to be fast. So I'm not just yapping for 10 minutes, but like, he's a rapper and he has a podcast where he covers a lot that's happening in urban culture. But he also reviews a lot of music. He'll have everyone on the couch. Hey, Drake album dropped. Did y'all hear? Did y'all hear? They're going through the album. But if Drake's album, they'll deep dive. You know what I'm saying? That's like an OpTic series. They'll deep dive it. You know what I'm saying? It's Drake. Let's, on this song, he said this. Ooh, was he dissing Kendrick on this? Bro, if some ass motherfucker drops an album, he gonna be like, did you hear it? That shit was a two. That's where you get the clips. That shit was a 2-pack of ass. What the hell? Get this shit off the airways. Boom, 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 boom. Why are we deep diving respectfully? Why are we deep? I'm not gonna deep dive Okus and Hyde and Nedra, and who is their fourth? I can't even think of their fourth right now.
Hyde, Nedra, Okus, and
we don't
Encourage.
know. Oh, Encourage. Okay, my bad. It's hard. That was gun to your head.
Yeah,
that
that's
shit,
cool.
Hey. I've been insanely hate watching. I got that shit on lock.
It's like when Crimsixer was asked what.
No, I hate watching the
Vivid's
players.
first
I'm just hate watching the org, bro. That's it.
Yeah,
you know?
and I'm just saying that to say, it's like, bro, like, even like when more things are on the line, I guarantee when champs is on the way, our viewers and our numbers are gonna go up. When the World Cup's on the way, our viewers and our numbers are gonna go up because people are gonna be more interested. Bro, we are in Major 2. Now we're moving on to week 3. Bro, like, some of the matches, man, like, it is not our fault as the content creators trying our best to maximize the content on these teams. There's like 5 teams that are legit blowing, like, they need to make a change. Like, there's like, so, like, that's not our fault. If the league was more competitive every weekend, weekend to weekend, match to match, then we could break down more things and talk about more things. If there was more things on the line, we would talk about more things. You know what I'm saying? But these matches are easy to predict. Look at our the predictions, right? Obviously, some people got more than not, but everyone's like 16-5, 16-3. We know who's gonna win.
I still have the list open.
I mean, literally every single person picked 3-0 OpTic in the Cloud9 series.
Every single person picked 3-0 OpTic and next week, who do they play? We're gonna pick the other team again. Like, there's nothing to.
I don't even need to know who Cloud9 play to know that
I'm picking the other team. I don't even need to know who they play.
And listen, it comes to no shock. It's another 3-0. We're looking at Gentlemates.
Yeah, they're gonna play Gentlemates, and you're gonna see 3-0, 3-0, 3-0 throughout the whole screenshot. The graphic doesn't even need to be tweeted at that point. If you want to, you know what I'm saying?
And next week's games aren't even all that. Like, the OpTic play Thieves. Apart from that, like, most of the games are pretty.
It's gonna be the same thing, and then we're gonna be on.
I also think with Formal, like, I know he was gassing up Formal, but also Formal's been watch partying for like 2 months, right?
He's not fatigued. That's
right. If Formal was 5 years deep, I would be the same. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but listen. Formal's got 10K subs too. I think I'll be watching all the matches getting gassed as well.
Formal's commentary is fantastic. Like, I don't disagree with Scrap on that front.
I've always said, even when I played against Formal, that type of stuff, I've always said Formal's got such a good like content creator like esque around him. Like,
yeah.
He's just raw with the content stuff. Like, he just knows. He's got very good social cues with it too. So, but like you said, Don, he's not fatigued. He's just come off like Halo champs and stuff like that, like a couple months ago. This guy still got dope.
Bro, he's been itching to get off of Halo too. Even while he was winning, he got second place, 10 events in a row. He said, I fucking hate this shit. This guy's in paradise.
Yeah.
Not to say that we're not in paradise. I'm just saying we've been like G2, obviously, you know, G2, they clutched up versus FaZe. Kudos to them. But if G2 would have choked that series, us three would have been like, damn, we just already seen them choke 15 series in the past year. I've only been on the show for a year. We know G2 be choking.
Mm-hmm.
We have G2 fatigue. Like we just know, like these motherfuckers might choke.
I've had G2 fatigue for like
You know what I'm
3-4
saying? We
years
are
already.
fatigued, bro. We done seen this movie 10 times. Like
Well,
the
this is
movie's
what-
not changing.
This is what I'm saying though, like Formal's not fatigued, bro. He played 1 scrim a day and no 8s.
He was still trying to get off.
He said I'm not scrimming, and they said, I bet we'll still play with you.
That's formal, bro.
I bet his teammates didn't even know if they were scrimming. Yo, Matt, you want to play today? Nah, bro, not at all. I'm good. How long to the event? Next weekend? I might play 1 beforehand, but you know, nothing too crazy. I'm not trying to scrim.
Yeah. I know I'm
Which is
that
cool.
guy.
Even the players have got fatigued.
Yeah, most of the league, that is true. We're
You
playing
think
for like
that you
9 cars.
think half of these players after they win or lose are going back watching the matches? If they're not streaming, you can just assume they gone Chipotle.
Yeah, most of them ain't streaming, that's for sure. And what do you think about this? Like, so Octane's actual take, right? So Octane gave this take about Scrap, kind of, well, he's getting the kills, but that's what he does. He's doing what he's expected to do. Beezy's been the more impactful. I did see some debate about this as well, like most impactful versus best player, because to me that might as well be the same thing. Like if you're the most impactful, you're basically the best. That's my opinion.
Yeah. Yep.
So I think that's just a synonym, because like if you lose your most impactful player, you've lost your best player. You lost your MVP.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It's the same shit. So I know people used to debate it because it's like, oh, well, is a BZ more impactful than Simp back in the Cold War or whatever? But it's like, if he's more impactful, then he's better. Or if he's less impactful, then he's worse. It is what it is. Maybe they're the same. But anyway, that was the take. I just think it's interesting because you would expect Scrap and Octane, given they're part of the same org, to be, you know, you'd expect them to be tight. But
The AR tax.
it might be. It might be. I mean, like, Scrap's kind of taken over the baton, right? Octane was the top guy at Thieves, top AR for some time. He passed it to Ghosty for a year, and now it's been passed to Scrap. I thought they'd be seeing eye to eye maybe a little bit more than they do.
You go ahead, Trey.
Nah, you good, go. That's all you. I'm a chime in after.
Oh, okay.
I need this.
Wasn't there a stat in the old stat pages, the X Factor stat? What Sam, first of all, by the way, in terms of the argument, Sam 100% lost because his original statement was BZ's the best player on the Thieves. If you go to the clip,
Okay.
his original statement was BZ is the Thieves' best player. Then when I chowed him, he was on the heady. I chowed him on the heady.
Screw it up.
Then he switched to impact. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just so that's step one. Okay.
Correct.
I love Sam. I think Sam does a great job on the show. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy speaking with Sam on the show. I feel like for the most part he's very reasonable and he says what he needs to say and he does a great job. There's a reason why he's on the show a lot more than most people. He's probably the most consistent guest. But he was wrong. Okay. There's an AR tax tray. There's an AR tax tray. There's just I don't know what it is with ARs and COD. They just think every other AR is ass, which is fair because AR is kind of like there's some like for example, when I was on Vanguard, everyone's like, oh, Donnie Temp's playing for stats, whatever, blah, blah, boo, boo, boo. But it was just easy for me to be consistent on that game. And probably mainly because the auto was a do-it-all AR. I could kill up close. I can kill far. The game was kind of in my control. You know what I'm saying? So if Jimbo's 20 and 45, you know, as long as he's getting people weak, I'm gonna do pretty well. It's kind of in my control. So a lot of AR players just think, you know, the other AR isn't the greatest. And I use this example. If someone asked me on my stream, I'm like Jokic. I don't even watch basketball right now. I used to watch a lot, but Jokic he's in the MVP race every year. Okay. I literally pulled up when I was mentioning him, I pulled up a random game. His last game, he was 10 for 15 with 30 points, triple. It's like they don't even talk about him no more because he does it every day. He does it every game. You know what I'm saying? The Jokic, he is that consistently good. And I pulled up random, I pulled up the box score. These guys random names. Billy Joe Bob. If Billy Joe Bob shows up and drops 50 points that game, yes, he will be more impactful than Jokic that day because this guy averages 1 point a game. We don't know who the fuck he is. And now he just had the game of his life. Sure, yeah, he was more impactful than Jokic. But Jokic still had 30 points, 10 for, like, you know what I'm saying? The worst players in the league are the players that are inconsistent. Nero, not saying that Nero's the worst player in the league, but he's inconsistent. Metals is inconsistent. We can name a whole bunch more, right? But imagine if Nero and Metals were consistently at their peak. Wouldn't we gas them? Yo, Nero has finally found a way to stay consistent. He's a top 10 player in the world. Octane was using Scrappy's consistency against him, which is fatigue. Ernie is that godlike. We are tired of him being godlike. LeBron James could have won MVP 10 years in a row, but they're like, we're not giving him more MVPs than Michael Jordan. We're not about to do that. So we just gonna give it to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna give the gas to somebody else. And Abizi is gross. As an AR player who likes to bait their team, Abizi would be my #1 overall pick in the history of Call of Duty because I would just have him run at them, and I would be holding an iron, and I would bait the shit out of him. He's like Jerd on crack. I teamed with Jerd. I had one of my best seasons in my career. I would use Abizi the same way. Abizi is fantastic. Ernie is, since they got Neum, they haven't played anyone great. But since they got Neum, if you go on the page and you click the check boxes, their past few matches, he's the best player in the game. He's a top 3 player in the game. Top 3 player he has literally been world starring. So it's like, just because we see him world star every other match, it doesn't matter. That's what we gas. Like when Formal in Infinite Warfare was the best player in the world. You know why? Every day you turn the stream on, he's got 40. He is first picking 8s every 8 because he's got 40. When you pull up the series on LAN, he got 40. When you pull up the grand finals, Formal got 40.
And if he lost, he got costed.
If he lost, he got caught. That's why he's got 40. That's why Formal was the best player in Infinite Warfare. It wasn't, Formal's always going to get his. What? He got 40. Getting his. If he said Ernie's always going to have above a 1, okay, that is like, even then, that's still good, but Scrap's always gonna have a 1 the way he plays. Okay, maybe or if you said that about Super, to me that applies more to Super. Super's always gonna have at least a 1 the way he plays. He's not moving on the map. I'm watching Ernie insta chow. I'm literally watching his arrow because I took his over. I need this guy to drop 40 kills. He is insta no hezzy challenging the other team every life. Like I'm talking about torpedo towards a kill and he's getting it. He is playing at a good pace. Now he is playing versus shitties, but he does it versus everybody. He's a fantastic player, bro. Like it's just, I'm just giving him the credit. I gas Simp. I gas we gas all the SMGs. I think Scrap is an insane AR player. Insane. He's different.
I mean, if you just look at Slayer rating, right? So Slayer rating is expected kills in a 5-map series, which is, it's not the best stat, but it's a pretty damn relevant stat. I think it's a better stat than KD probably when it comes to like impact on the map. It does depend a bit what map pool the team has and stuff like this. But the top Slayer ratings in the game are SMGs. Kremp, Simp, Joe Deceives. I wouldn't be surprised if Scrap ends the year with the highest. He's been there before. He'll probably do it again. But in terms of ARs, it's just him and Merc, basically. It's just him and Merc. Like, those are the only, at least in that category. Then you find a Boozer, then you get Rancor a bit further down. But in terms of ARs, like, it's It's just those two. So
I think in terms of raw talent too, like you just, like you got like your S tier, and then even though the people are frying below him, it's just like you're still gonna take those people, and Scrap's just one of those people. It's like if he's ever having a downward spiral done, you're always gonna, you're still gonna bet on him.
Yeah. Yep.
He's one of those, like, if Formula has a bad series, guess what? I'm betting on him the next series to have a good one.
Yeah.
I played against the guy.
Now look at that. What Rab's got on the screen. That's insane. 1.3, 110 Slayer. Jesus Christ.
yeah, the last 4 series have been pretty strong. Obviously, Abeezy's also been good. The whole team's been frying, but like, yeah.
Abeezy is great. I even gassed it. They're saying, is Dom saying Abeezy is an average Joe? I just said if I had the #1 pick in Call of Duty history, I'm taking Abeezy. He is a fantastic player. I have not, in this whole debate, I have never said one negative thing about Abeezy. He is fucking elite. Scrap's the best player. He's one on his team. He's the best player, and in the game, he's at the only counter argument to in the game is that it's only 4 matches. They haven't played anybody. Let's see him do it on LAN versus top tier competition. But besides that, the numbers show statistically right now he's the #1 player in the league. In Major 2, since Major 2 split. So 1.3. His over is hidden. Bet is over every series. It's hidden.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that. Thanks, I hesitate as well for the 7 Canadian. The difference between Scrap and Renko is the same difference as 2 and 28. Yeah, I mean, when you look at the Slayer rating numbers, but Scrap will always be there. Like, there's a reason why he's been 99 overall. There's a reason why he was MVP last season, even though it didn't go so well at the end of the year. Yeah, thanks for the super chats, guys. Luke with the 2. Now imagine Dashi retires and Scrap joins Merc. Oh, I don't know. I don't know how that would go. Hopefully that doesn't happen anytime soon. We need the talent spread around the different teams.
I mean, Dashi's 26, still doing it. I don't think he's going to retire. And if he does retire anytime soon, it will be because the game's left him.
Yeah.
No,
I agree.
But they're still frying. I mean, they still got some passion left in the tank.
People were talking as well about like X Factor because when I said most impactful is just the same as best, which I still would back. It's like, okay, the X Factor is something different. The X Factor is the player who, I mean, as you say, Don, the X Factor is going to naturally be a more inconsistent player. But they're the player who, they're not the best on the team or the most impactful, but when they play well, they're like a win condition.
It's over.
Yeah. So it's like your Hook or your...
Medals. Medals is the X Factor.
Medals is the X Factor. That is true. Exactly.
But your X Factor will never be your best player.
Because that's the reason why they're the X Factor. Because sometimes they're shit. Otherwise, if they were always good, yeah, then it's like, yeah. Jokic ain't the X Factor, dog.
No, he's the pillar. He's the backbone of the squad. He's showing up every day. That's who we like to gas. That's who I like to gas. I like to gas the guy who shows up to work every day.
I like that. Sib on
like
LAN.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trey was very consistent. Trey, think about your best season. What were you? You were extremely consistent, right?
Consistency is all that is. If you are inconsistent, you are an ass player.
I fuck with that so heavy, Yeah.
Listen, listen, there's off series for sure. You can have an off series, but if you have a blunder for 2 months straight, you are an ass player. I don't care how well you played for 3 months. If you can go consistently 2 months and play like absolute horseshit, you're ass. I think we can all, stand on that.
I just think in general, go on.
I mean, there's people. We've seen people in the league. We've said, well, they're fantastic at the start of the season, and then halfway through, they just fucking So what are you then? Like what? Like how? What's happened? Like, it's the way I see it. Look at all the top players in the world. They were consistent for how long? Like I tip my own career in not in an ego way, but I tip my own career. Like I think I have a top 3 finish in every COD in like 10 years, which is like pretty consistent when you think about it. Because some people don't even want an event. and I did that too.
Damn right. People were
You can- you
clowning
can-
Slasher, but it's like you made it. You know, you made a Sunday every year.
Yeah. You know, it's
People talk about Shotzi, right? But like, thing is, Shotzi is a slightly different case because, well, I guess it depends how real you consider online COD to be. I think that's like part of the debate as well. Obviously, it's relevant and it's real, but like if you look at Shotzi's performances on LAN, I think you're
Very
going to
consistent.
find he's a hell of a lot more consistent than you might think.
He's extremely consistent. Ant is extremely consistent. Extremely consistent.
someone said I heard it here first from Trey. Said Kenny's ass. Listen, Kenny had a horrendous time.
Mm-hmm.
But I've watched Kenny play for 8 years. I'm talking about the people who consistently, you know, manage to
Yeah,
get into
true.
the league, and I'm talking about the people who get into the league and like just give us like 2 months of like, wow, this guy's fucking good, and then just disappear.
Jose
Like,
with
you're
the two,
offering nothing.
just a narp, not a reliable player. Sib the
Oh, yeah,
X
I like
Factor.
that.
I
I
kind of
like
like
that.
that.
Happened real fast.
Yeah, you're good. Sib the X Factor, either godlike or dog shit. I mean, Sib has been kind of all over the place, to be fair. But yeah, I wouldn't disagree. He's not far from X Factor, but Sib is kind of, it's not unreasonable actually, because Neptune is very consistent lately, given his role.
Envoy's not going to be the guy you look at like to go crazy.
Yeah. Obviously,
I
like,
just
if
think
Envoy
Envoy-
does have a takeover, like, they're probably going to win. But also...
Yeah.
But, like, you can say that about, like, all the kind of second subs
you
on
say-
every
yeah.
team. Like, if you look, you could look at every team and just say that the second sub is the X Factor, because if they take over, they're going to win. Like, if Purge has a takeover, Boston probably are going to win. But, like, just because it's not common.
I mean, like, respectfully though, you know, it's like you said, it's we let's go back to the Falcons back in Black Ops 6. If King of Body dropped, you know, was frying, like, you know, would he be the X Factor because he was the only one like going horrendously negative? No, they just might win more series. But like, you always look at that one player that's gonna do something, you know. Yo, Sammy, chill.
Sammy, point taken, but you got to have a little timeout. All good.
Listen, Sammy, like, listen, we'll get our people to speak to your people. We'll get a petition made.
Yeah,
but,
we
like,
got it.
Listen, it ain't happening in our chat. You take a time out.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the only drama. Obviously, there's been plenty more happening as well. He's been yapping an awful lot. It's just great to see. I just think it's good that Scrap, he keeps talking. Whether it's good or bad, because I think he's faded on a lot of things, but he don't stop talking, which I'm never going to complain about, because he's always got an opinion on something. And yeah, do I agree with his take on several things? Certainly, like the adding the new maps idea. Actually, quick comment on this from like a pro player perspective, I guess, because he's talking about if we added new maps in. I mean, he makes a bit of a straw man here, because no one's really suggesting that we have 10 maps per game mode.
I think you might be talking about my comment that I made on the show. He didn't out and out say me.
Wait, he's cooking us? He's cooking us?
No. Listen, I did it. I don't want to say I made a faded take. I don't want to say I made a faded take, because like I was just saying, like, why do we keep having to replace maps with maps? You know, that's what they keep doing. Why can we not just have this many maps in? I don't feel like he's like out and out like speaking about me, but he probably heard it. So I appreciate you, Ernie, for not calling me a retard.
Not yet.
You know, I didn't want to join the list.
It's a long list.
But nah, listen, I think it's more of a what I was saying was, if we had 10 maps, yeah, the scrimmer tape forever, but then you could just I don't know, you could probably just like play one scrim for the day. You know?
Or you scrim one team on half the map, scrim another team on the other half the map. Like, I'm not saying that's a great solution, and I don't think we should have that many maps in the game. But like,
I don't either.
You know, I get the argument from a pro player perspective to be like, oh, we're playing too many maps. But thing is, right, we talked about this the other week. If you go back to Advanced Warfare, You look at the map set in AW, because you guys are playing 4 game modes. You had all the new maps coming in, and you had Uplink, and you had CTF, and Harpoon and
CDF
such.
got taken out though.
Okay, CDF got taken out. Okay, let's say Black Ops 3. CDF was in the whole year. Like,
Yeah.
It's back then there were way more map mode combinations than we play today. So it's like, it's not, if that's just how it was and we played 7 maps for every mode, then it's just the change that people notice. You know what I mean? Like Scrap's thinking about, well, what would it be like if we had more maps in the pool? It's like, well, if the league just decided that, then you'd find out. You'd find a way, and it would be okay. The teams that want to work harder will work harder. It's like, okay, maybe it's not you.
Okay, like I said, I get his point.
I mean, people don't scrim search anyway. Maybe
Yeah.
They
the
do.
occasional shout.
They just don't scrim each other. But then, like I said, like Don, you've been a part of teams. You were a part of that Paris team where you were just dolphin diving out of El Bagra Fortress against me when we scrimmed you back in MW2. Like, yo, Don, realistically, do people really take the S&D scrim seriously?
It's just always some cheeks. I think we probably were trying, but we were undefeated on that map.
So you don't want to give away any. Yeah, you don't wanna give shit
Then
away.
you have that. You know what I'm saying? So then you have that. Like, even if they are trying, they don't want to give away their shit. So then it's like, it's always bullshit. That's why, honestly, like,
And
just before you go, OpTic is the only team that, Surge too. OpTic and Surge, they reach out to the bush. They always ask. They don't want to play us in respawn, so they ask us for S&D practice. You know what I'm saying? Where every pro team should be asking us for search practice because they don't try versus each other, even if they want to get better.
I mean, even then, I was gonna say, like, you know, it's one of those things where you've just got done with 2 grueler sets, you know.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you might have had to play Cloud9 for your second set, and then you got to spawn into a challenger S&D. Like,
Yeah. It's gonna get a little bit trolly.
yeah, and like, I've been a part of the problem before. I've been a part of the problem. It's fine.
Same.
You know, I'll be like, yo, when on Ravens, I'll be like, yo, Dom, watch this, no scope across the map.
Yeah.
And then I try and hit it and miss, and he just starts giggling, and the whole map's choked from round 1.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, it's.
You know what's also like the biggest checkout in S&D scrims? Like if someone gets fucking shit on in the clutch, like it's actually because everyone's so checked out already throughout the day. Now we just got 1v3. Someone got turned on. Like if I laugh, then the guy's fucking checked. If we're silent, then the guy's super checked. So it's just like we lost. Like at that point, it's so over with. It's so over with.
That's funny. Come back tomorrow.
Hey, JP, OpTic, they go hard at S&D practice. Maybe that's why they having success.
Okay, there you go. What was the other team you said, Don? That hit you up as well?
Surge.
Okay, interesting. Teach. It makes sense, actually, I guess. There's a little bit there. You put some money on the line? How does it work nowadays?
Yes, yeah. OpTic played us for money. Surge played us for, we play for money. Both teams, Surge played us in a best of 11, and then they beat us game 11. They beat us game 11. I'm even putting up money. I'm the coach. We won. We beat OpTic. It was S&D only though. If it was the best 11 versus OpTic would have ran our shit in the respawns for sure. Probably. They scrimmed us in respawn one time. That shit was so bad. Oh, I streamed it. Yeah. Everyone's seen it.
Yeah.
We got like 20 points on the Expo HP. It was bad. But
they don't want to scrim you again after that. But Search.
Yeah, they don't want to scrim us in respawn. But Search, they begging. JP in the DMs. Yo, y'all need a search. Y'all need a search.
Wow.
And they go hard. They go very hard. So.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say as well. Like sometimes you play a team, you know, they're boys. You put on the challenger team, you know, and then that pro team that they're friends with. Next thing you know, that they've got your VOD.
Yeah. Yep.
They're best friends on the challenger team you played. Next thing you know, you're like, damn, how am I getting countered so much?
See, that's an interesting point because this is a big talking point in Valorant, actually. There's a lot of talk every year, especially in like the Pacific region, that people are they're sharing. In Valorant, it's even maybe worse because they have like compositions, right? They have team compositions. What agents are they using? Like, have they got a new meta on this? So like scrims give a lot away. And if your boys with their head coach, like he might drop, he might drop a little VOD in a Google Drive.
It might. Listen, if their boys on there, yeah, listen, that challenger guy is going to send that VOD as fast as he fucking can. He's hoping for the pickup. He's hoping for that. I've seen it too many times.
It's the politics, man. Thanks to Boom to Your Doom as well for the 5 USD. Thanks for the super chat. LA Thieves hardpoint time through the first 4 matches this qualifier look a lot more evenly split as well. I mean, I noticed this in a lot of their scrims that it does seem like post Kenny, Scrap and Hydra are making more of an effort to actually get in the hill. It seems to be working to a degree. Again, they have been playing the shitties, so I'm going to give it a little bit of patience before we judge. But yeah.
I think they just actively knew that with whoever they pick up, it's going to be an issue.
Yeah.
I think it was, the change was more of a needed, like, reset for the boys. Like, wow, we keep getting shit on. Even if we play well, it feels like it's too hard. Let's change what we got going on. And then I think when they got Neum in, and I'd like to give a lot of respect to LA Thieves, because I feel like they probably sat there and were like, if this carries on, we can only blame Neum as well. Deep down in their brains, they were like, yeah, we can only blame Neum because, like, it ain't Scrap, it ain't Hydra, it ain't Abizi. Like, we're the gods, we're the goats. So I think, like, collectively, they've probably thought, well, if we're picking up, let's have a fresh start and actually, like, do something we're a little bit uncomfortable with. But listen, Scrap's gonna thrive doing that, sitting in hill with his gun skill and what's happening around the map. He's gonna thrive. Giving me like Octane vibes.
I was about to say that it would be kind of weird if that's how.
Because like obviously he's unreal when he runs around and stuff like that. But there was nothing worse than trying to get formal slasher Octane out of a hill. Like it was by far one of the most annoying things to do. So, I mean, everyone knew about it, and I feel like I'm not saying they changed it because we said so, the flank said so. That's just what a good team does. So if they have managed to work on that, congrats to them. And like I said, maybe it was just like a good reset for everyone to be like, right, Neum's joining the team. Let's try and actively change what was going wrong with a different person, so he wasn't just getting scapegoated.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about some matches. Let's talk about some teams that got to blow it up. We're gonna start with Byron and Nasty Plumridge. It was a tough week for the Boston Breach. Nasty says, this is ridiculous, honestly. GG Surge, unacceptable. And then he cooked someone in the replies who then deleted his tweet. There was also another couple of comments. We'll get to them in a second. But yeah, the current state of the league is as follows. CDL standings, Major 2, as it stands. OpTic 4-0, Thieves 4-0, Gentlemates 3-0. Who is shocked? Bottom of the league, Cloud9 0-3. Toronto, they got a win, an important one at that. Boston 1-3. Difficult week for Boston. In fact, they were so bad this week, it was pretty tragic. Thieves just completely annihilated them, and then they even lost to Surge, which is, look, in Surge, okay, sure. They got it, even though they lost this one. But they managed to lose 3 respawns. Like, that is impressive to me. To lose 3 respawns to Surge, genuinely shambolic. Nasty had a 1.2. Everyone else had a 0.7.8. They just look mentally compromised. And Nasty's clearly going through it as well, because he's been doing some tweets to that effect over the last couple of days. Feels bad, but they just can't beat Surge. They got reverse swept by them stage 1. That forced them to losers. Then they start off bad in stage 2. And they looked so defeated. Like, the Thieves series was just... They couldn't have lost any worse than this. Maybe someone's going to say, like, ping cheese or something, but I don't really buy that. Look, they had a decent core last year. It had some good success. This year, it's not been... I mean, Snoopy and Cammy both had a 0.5, and then they had a 0.7 2 days later. So, not great. Not great, Don.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't have any personal relationships with any of these guys on this team. So sometimes I actually like to have that when I'm like roasting the fuck out of people. But like, yeah, I mean, no disrespect. I think Cammy has been a solid player throughout his career. He used to be great, you know, Cold War, Vanguard, very solid player. Nasty's had a lot of success. He like at least 3 of them gotta go. At least 3 of them gotta go. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, said this the other day. I don't know what Snoopy has shown me. I've never seen nothing. I've never seen nothing. I can't recall, you know, not to say that I've watched all his games and not to say that I've watched, you know, I've followed his career closely. I don't know what this guy's done. I don't know a takeover series, a takeover, you know, I know Trey's the fucking stage 1 or stage 2 MVP. You know what I'm saying? Like I know every player I could think of like I can even think of moments from Purge. I'm not even gonna lie. Purge was fucking taking over Hacienda control. Like I dead ass can't think of a Snoopy moment. Like I don't know. He's just their Steph Curry somehow, and I just don't understand how he earned it because I don't know. I just don't know. Don't know the moment. They have to replace the subs. The subs is the most important thing, and I like even in the Jazz is not the only problem. 3 of them got to go. the whole team is the problem. Nasty is the best player on the team, 100%. The whole team has to go. But it's like, do they want to spend him? Do they want to spend the money? Do they want to? You know what I'm saying? Like Purge, I honestly feel bad for Purge because Purge, he has 100% been their worst player. Statistically, past couple matches, he's actually getting some kills. And it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter because I took his over. He's been playing. He's been having a 0.9 area. He 0.9 to 0.1. You know, some maps he go a little 30 and 26.
Yeah, had a good overload in there as well. Respectable.
And the Carlo Hardpoint went 29, 26. That's respectfully. That doesn't sound like the greatest map, but for Purge, that's a top tier. That's top tier Purge gameplay right there. And they're still gonna lose the series. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you just gotta get 3. And I know, you know, Snoopy, he might go down to challengers and he might run people. Okay, but we just seen Real, we just seen Beans, Afro. They all lost. Not to say that they didn't play good. I mean, Beans' team was they played us in the grand finals. They beat us in winners yesterday. It's not bad to go to challengers, you know, invest in your game and improve a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You get a lot more opportunity to improve, honestly. You get to play a lot of matches, a lot of matches. These players just aren't on point. They need to improve. And even Cammy, last time Cammy was in challengers, Cammy was a top 3 AR in challengers. I played against Cammy in challengers, and he was good. But right here, right now, these guys need to be in challengers. It's just that simple.
Well, I mean, listen, you know, I'm aboard Byron propaganda, you know. Unfortunately, you know, I did message him yesterday. You know, just you know, not congratulating him on what's happening, but for how he's playing. You know, he's playing lights out. What did I say when this team was rumored to make a change and they stuck?
It was
They should have made it.
Should have made it.
They should have made the change.
And we're seeing right now the 2 players that were supposed to get dropped
Are throwing up the BS.
They're throwing up the horse. Like, you know. I mean, like, that's just... listen. How do you think they feel every map when they get shit on? This might be my last series. This is probably my last series. They were going to drop me before. I will keep going on about it. If you can't make the change, don't float around the idea. Because to me, Don, it's quite clear they couldn't make a change. Otherwise, they wouldn't have made one.
Really? They couldn't have. I feel like they could have. Why? What's the reasoning though?
I don't know, but if they were going to make a change, they were going to make one. This is my point. Clearly, they couldn't have made the change to stay. Because it's not like they were. I don't genuinely know. I'm just floating around the idea of. Yo,
are you saying they couldn't make a change at all, or they couldn't get who they wanted?
Probably the latter. Probably the second option.
Okay.
I think they went into there. I think they've gone in there and they've gone, yo, we need to make a team change because they're not doing very well. It got leaked. Shout out Ronnie. And then, you know, it's got back to the players or they've had a chat and, you know, the player they want wouldn't join them or they couldn't get them. And they're just stuck in a situation of, shit, well, we need to keep our team now. And guess what? The 2 players that were rumored to be dropped feel like absolute horseshit. And now if they don't fry, the only thing in their mind is I'm back in challengers or I'm retiring. That's pretty much how I see it.
100%. But what about Snoopy?
Listen, whatever Snoopy's been doing the past year, because throughout like MW3 and he had some stints in Black Ops 6. I'm not saying he's got like memorable moments like you done, but he's shown he can play.
Okay.
He's shown he can play. Now listen, I'm not saying that, you know, maybe for him to go back in challenges, maybe it's too late because he should have done that when he first joined the league, in my opinion. You know, got his reps in, slammed
bro,
some.
The Ace the Stocksman take, man. Do you remember? This is the Stocksman take.
He should. But listen, I don't think Snoopy's a bad player. I just think they're in a situation right now where Byron's the only one that can make a fucking play, make a kill on the map.
I mean, look, these numbers on the screen here, I saw this floating around on the Reddit. Thought it was kind of interesting. So these KDs are from one player in the league. This is stage 1 KDs. It's qualifiers, online qualifiers, but these are Snoopy's numbers, stage 1 this year. So he had a good start to the year by the numbers.
He had a great start.
Yeah, he was front. 1.33.
No, listen, he had a great start, and now in Major 2, he's throwing up the bullshit. I done a little search on his numbers.
I'm not saying he's Joe Deceives, but Joe Deceives also started shit in the bed when the team was cooked. He ain't Joe Deceives, but like, I still think Snoopy's got. Okay, there's 24 SMG players in the league. Snoopy's got more raw talent than most of them. Does it mean he's done enough over the last couple of years? Like, it's kind of like Gwyn, right? I don't think they're the same type of player, but when Gwyn came into the league, I think everyone's going to say it's pretty good. Like, clearly the talent's there. But has Gwyn moved on at all? Like, is Gwyn any better than he was when he first came in? No. If anything, he's worse. So, like, I wanted to see Snoopy do a Hydra. Now, he's not going to be Hydra, but Hydra's first year in the Pro League, he was pretty good. He was okay. Like, it was, okay for Hydra standards. Like, he was damn good at Cold War, made a final. But he wasn't anything crazy. Then next year, Vanguard, he got better. And then the year after that, he was God mode. Like, that's what the great players do. They, even Simp, this was true, really. Simp came in Black Ops 4 because he was the best. But, like, still, he could get better. And he did, and into MW19 and Cold War. So, This is where my take stands on Snoopy as it stands. All right, great start to the year. Team starts shitting the bed, and I'm watching mini maps. I'm watching arrows. We don't do too much deep diving over here. But once things start going bad, they start going terrible, and Snoopy is the main reason for that. He's just flying around. He's an absolute he is in the mixer, man.
Listen, and I really do feel like, listen, the last 4 series, 0.93, 0.96, 0.59, 0.76. Not good at all for someone who's been, let's say a star boy or a star player for that organization in terms of what they deem him as. He's pretty much the undroppable. All right, that's what they see him as.
Yeah, they do, yeah.
I think a player like Snoopy is very, very good, but he needs micromanaging when things go fucking tits up.
Get Kenny in there, baby. It's time.
The issue is with that is it's not Snoopy that's like it's not just Snoopy that's throwing up the horse right now. It's three of them. All 3 of them, like Don saying. Byron's the only one shooting back. So Byron ain't gonna sit there and be like, man, let me think about something real quick. What could Snoopy do here where it makes it more impactful? He's got to get a fucking 4-piece and then turn around and get another 4-piece and then puck around and get spawns. I think this team is just genuinely fucked right now because there's 2 names that we're going to change. If it was 1, I would be like, all right, listen, this ain't too bad. You got to drop 1 player. But 2 players found out they were going to be like, it was either or. But you go, Don.
I was going to say, just after hearing what you guys said and like the stats and everything. Okay. Snoopy, solid player, right? I don't think he's the worst player in the world. Now, I also didn't know how he was performing. I was just recently following Boston because beforehand, fucking hated watching these guys. Now I got the over under, and now I'm fucking locked in. So just from what I've seen recently, I ain't seen shit. Second off,
You're not wrong.
I just don't think, even with just the numbers and what I've seen, I feel like my problem with him is that, okay, he is, let's say there's 2 SMG slots, right? He is taking up your dominant SMG slot to me, and Purge is in the secondary one, right? Let's say Hydra in the B, or let's say Simp in 04. Simp is in the dominant slot, 04 is in the secondary. You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
yeah, I hear you.
The people in those slots, Snoop, to me, it's like not. We like Snoopy needs to get into the 04. He needs to get a sub that's better than him. So then once he gets the sub that's better than him, he needs to just be a sub making the right plays on the map, dropping the bomb. Does he just learn how to play COD damn near? Probably. Like, is this guy gonna make those type of plays? Like, I feel like he needs, like, for example, in my honest opinion, I know they were a sub duo, right? Snoopy and Cap. Cap was better than Snoop. Slasher, I'm talking to Slasher at the tournament. Slasher said he has to drop Snoopy. He wants to keep Cap. He thinks Cap is better than him. 2 days later, Cap is dropped off the team.
That's the Doug sense of
And
Martin, baby.
Austin said it wasn't him that made the decision. Like, if you're going raw, just raw talent, I got Cap over Snoop. I got Cap over Snoop. But I think if Cap is a sub duo with Snoop, they're both, not saying that Cap is brain dead, but you need a smarter sub. That's what you can't have Purge. You can't have Purge when his number one isn't actually a number one. This guy is not like he's not hooping like that. That's what I'm trying to say.
I think I agree. Listen, I love Snoop as a player. I just don't think him being pushed as like the superstar player was the right move.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's why I'm saying drop all three of them, blow it up.
He just got straight into a pro team.
He was the franchise.
Listen, he got thrown straight into a pro team, and the org was tweeting about him like it was Lionel Messi on a ringer. That's what I saw. I think Snoopy needs someone that
what Connor said is facts.
What'd he say?
Trakes is better than Snoopy. 100%.
This year,
100%. 100%. I'm just going off. I'm going off.
Well, I say this year like Trakes has played in any other year, but like you know what I'm saying.
I'm just saying he needs someone better than him.
Yeah, Snoop needs someone that's gonna fry whilst he does the dirty work. That's what I say.
Yes. That's what I'm saying.
Snoop would be a very good like comparison to Envoy in terms of like that's what he needs to do.
I don't even know if he would be good in that role. I don't.
Me neither, but like right now, the only person that's frying on that team, like listen, like I said, Don, it would be completely different if it was one person getting fried, but it's 3.
Yeah, it's 3.
You know, at least you got to hold your own. But that's why I'm saying, like, he's just spawning in and spawning in and spawning in and just running.
Yeah.
Bro, respectful.
Hey, maybe it wouldn't even be so bad if someone could get the trade, but the only person that's doing that is Byron.
It's nasty. Yep.
So, respectfully, you know, as of right now, they were going to drop Purge or Cammy. You know, maybe they need to try and figure that out as fast as they can. Either or both. I
Van says you put Cammy to the sub. That's how you fix him.
I mean, listen, bro. I just think it's chalked.
Yeah, I think it's chalked. I think it's chalked. Yeah, I think it's chalked.
And then someone also said I think Trakes Miami system, bro, that might be one of the hardest systems to perform in as a sub. You got Rencor, respectfully. Rencor is a dirty kill whore. He is gross. Dirty kill whore. Super is legit gonna bait you every life. He is not moving. Super is not moving, and Trace is still hooping.
Super sat so far back from his monitor. What makes you think he's flying in first?
He's not flying. That's what I'm saying. Trace and Metals, they might have the hardest SMG job in the league. Not to say that their team's not good, but they are getting perma-baited. They not getting no freebies. They not, you know, every time, you know, five to six times Jared bait for me, I get him back one or two. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
the
here,
occasional
Jared,
one. You give him up.
Yeah, I got you, Jared. Come here, twin. Super don't got them. He don't got them with nothing.
Hey, I don't know if I saw Joe's arrow behind me. I'm like, yo, Joe, bro, I'm weak.
Yeah. I got stunned. I was gonna post up real quick, play this angle.
Yo, Trey, fly. I'm stunned, Joe. I'm stunned. You go. Nice, Joe. Nice. Look at the scoreboard. He's 2 and 14. I'm 14 and 2. Nice, Joe. Brian.
Oh, what a player. Yeah, well, there you go. That's Boston.
I just don't think there's a more chalk team in the league right now, apart from C9, than Boston.
Yeah. At least C9,
Byron's got all the good PR as well. You know, Byron's got all the good PR right now. There's not a single player on that Boston team where everyone's like, yo, you know how teams make changes? Like, nah, bro, Byron, you know, they should keep this guy and Byron. Like, no one's saying that right now.
People are saying free him and get him to Toronto. Yeah. Buy him out.
They're saying free him instead. They're not even giving him any more teammates. They're trying to get him off the org. They're trying to get him off the org. They don't even want anyone else.
You think Toronto would do that? They won a match finally.
Yeah, they won. I think they still won them for sure.
Yeah, listen. There's, you know, the rumor is, you know, they're still looking for a replacement for Jamie. I think Jamie's a phenomenal player. They're just trying, like, I don't think they're going to make a move for someone that isn't going to offer the same qualities as Jamie. You know, maybe he's not the fastest player in the world. Maybe he's not, like, throwing up the nicest of numbers, but, like, there's a lot to be said for a player that can maintain, you know, good composure in a game, you know, and I think Don can vouch for that. That's why they're trying to go for someone that is, you know, like a Kenny or like a Nasty. You know, if they had their pick, they're picking up Nasty right now.
Yeah.
I just think it's a little bit hard with the contracts they got going on. Not saying I know any intel or anything like that, but yeah, they want Byron. They've wanted Byron since the off season, if I'm not mistaken. You know, I think his name was in the hat then too. But now I do think, listen, if they manage to get Byron, I think Toronto top 3, top 4 team.
I mean, Kips is looking good. Kips came in this week. They finally confirmed it. His first couple of series, pretty impressive, pretty impactful.
Even against LA Thieves, he played well, right?
Yeah, the first couple minutes he played well.
He had a hot start.
Yeah.
Then it went away.
But the observer was on his POVs. That's all that matters.
Yeah, he was ripping.
He got the kills while they were looking at him.
Listen, I was busy during the day they were playing, all right? But I'm not going to say I watched much more. But he was frying on the scar from what I saw. So whatever happened after that, I wasn't there.
Okay, well, there you go.
That was the lonely moment.
It's bad for all of them after that, to be fair. But
yeah, for all of them. It wasn't his fault. It wasn't his fault. It was just bad.
Never mind, Kip. Sorry, I won't give you no free PR over here. Never mind, Goat.
The little 1.26 against G2.
That's good, bro.
Hey, you played well in the second series. I did watch that one. But it's like Neum as well. Neum didn't have a great first series against even Surge.
Nah.
You know, he didn't have a great series versus Surge, and you know now he's like I'm not saying he's 1.2s every map, but I think that he's a good filler piece for LA Thieves for what they needed. So,
yeah,
I think Kips has got like a role to fill though. You know, they need kills, so he has to be that guy to get him.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, look, Toronto, they end the week with a win. So at least they can take that one away. It's a strange one because in another world, I thought this was going 5 for sure. Even after game 2, I thought it was still going 5. But G2, they decided to save the game 5 for their matchup against FaZe, because they were always going to go to 1. I mean, like they can't go a weekend without at least having one game 5. Same thing last weekend. Same thing at the major. Same thing in the majors before that. Whatever. You know how it is with this team. But they took down FaZe in 5 maps. Interesting series. They hit them with a little Neslo. Both hard points weren't even close. FaZe slammed them. But in the searches, when it mattered, it was a different story. Drazah had 4 kills combined over both searches, which is, you don't see that.
Terrorized me.
Yeah. Shit.
Oh, you had the over.
I
Oh,
took
shit.
his over. I took his over game 2, and I took his maps 1 through 3. He needed 56. He just terrorized the S&D, man. Just terrorized.
Yeah, I hate to see that for Don.
It was a good watch, though. It was a good watch, though.
It was a good watch.
It was a good watch.
Hey, listen, I want to be that guy.
You got spun on game 5 by Kremp as well. Krempus.
Kind of cheese, though. Kind of cheese. He was one shot. He did whiff, but it was cheese. He did get shot in the back by Astro.
Yeah, true.
He definitely should have got the kill on Kremp, though. But, listen. I need to understand why people picked FaZe as predominantly as they did. G2's a hard matchup for FaZe.
It is, yeah.
FaZe has beat them once this season.
I think I probably still would have taken FaZe, but I think just because G2 got 3-0'd by Toronto, it pushed people
listen,
this way.
G2's a weird team though. They are a weird team. I don't look at G2 as man, they're gonna get slammed by this team, slammed by this team. I have a G2 to me, I can see them getting 3-0'd by they're always gonna get 3-0'd by a Toronto. But against an OpTic and a FaZe, I can always see them going last map. It's always something about that with me with them. And I saw a tweet from Gersh about giving Caesar Skies his flowers. He's had a few rough series this season, but he's also had a few very good takeover series this season where he's just been frying.
That's friendship cheese, bro.
And I wish. Listen,
I think during the tweet, but no. Yeah.
No, listen. I think Caesar, can be hit and miss in respawn. But S&D, you're getting a great sniper and one of the best tacticians in the world. We're talking Mbos.
I like that.
We're talking Mbos level nades right now.
He's in the lab.
We're talking. Listen, he'll be throwing up the craziest nades of all time. He's a loser. He's a nerd. I say that to him. You're a nerd. But hey, if it works, it works, and you will see them get so many double nade kills. It's actually insane. That's why I feel like they're just an awful team to play against too. You don't know when you're gonna get naded.
Yeah.
You don't know what Bueno's got in the pocket, in the burner.
Mamba had a real Mamba actually owns these guys even when he drops a 0.7. He knocked him out of the World Cup last year. So far this year on G2, he's had their number. I don't know what it is.
Well, listen, one thing about this is my final take on G2. Congrats on the win, and I was the only one that picked you. Shout out to the person that helped me pick him too.
Yep, shout out.
Big shout out. Mamba needs. Listen, Mamba always looks stressed.
Yeah, people were saying that he keeps crashing out.
I spoke to Joe Deceives yesterday. I was like, bro, Mamba always be looking stressed, bro. I said, listen, he's got to realize it is his job, but he's playing video games for a living. You're waking up and your only task is to scrim, eat, and play ranked play. That's not a life to be stressed about, goat. Spawn in, smile up, have some fun, and I promise he'll just be he'll be floating. Now I don't know about his S&D. I'm sick of seeing him last live in S&D. I can't stand it.
Yeah.
I can't. He might be the craziest island player of all time. This guy's in a 1v3, 1v4 every round if they get smoked. I can't stand it. They might have to change that. But other than that, Don, he might need some of that drink you got.
Some vodka or some THC? Some THC drink?
Yeah, I think
the big
he needs some THC drink. Yeah, I think he needs some of that. He always be looking.
He might be leaning on that shit, bro. He might be leaning on that shit, bro. I don't know. I mean, everyone picked FaZe. You said you don't know why everyone picked FaZe. I mean, bro, they got 3-0 the day before. FaZe should have made the grand finals. Simp is literally insane. Simp is a top 3 player in the game. My top 3 right now, just throughout my top 2 in the MVP race is Simp and Merc. Simp and Mercules throughout the season so far. I mean, Simp is literally insane. Like the shit he was doing to these guys, people are gonna pick FaZe because there's a clear talent gap. I mean, Estriel, the fact that Estriel finished with a 0.89 is amazing. Because he was bro, if you were you watching, he was getting turned on by Simp. Like legit cooked, like slapped every gunfight.
Just a rough day for the kid Justice.
No, but I'm just saying, like, this was just a pure Neslo. Right. I think it's like some mental shit. FaZe S&D draws terrorized me because he fried in both HPs. He fried in both. Terrorized. I don't know what they got to do. They got to, respectfully, no one from FaZe has hit up the bush to play S&D. I think they need some S&D. They need some S&D practice. I don't know what they got going on because the talent, even Abuza, right? I've been saying Abuza been frying online. 1.21, they got top 3. I'll give Abuza his credit. The talent, FaZe has enough talent to win. They are filled with talent. 04 has some inconsistency, but he be blitzing. He be hitting shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a talent gap. They should 3-0 this. They should, maybe not 3-0, right? They should win the Den. They gotta win an overload. Then they terrorize the overload. Like they just got hit with a dirty Supreme Neslo. And on the Rocker side, shout out to Caesar, like you said, you gave him his props. I was very harsh on him last year. I think the way he's been playing recently, you know what I'm saying? This is back against the wall. You on your last leg, he's fighting. I think he's guaranteeing them some more time, and I think he actually helps this team a lot, like you said, in the S&D and everything like that. Even Crimp, like throughout the series yesterday, at least in the HPs, he to me is the only player on G2 that has that gunny where he can hit the corner and like blick people. Like he's hitting the corner and gunning Simp sometimes. Like on the Colossus HP, the only person I've seen, Estriel got Simp one time pretty bad, but it was Crimp. Crimp has so much pressure on him to entry. I think at the end of the day, they would benefit from one of the ARs stepping up. And I'm talking about in terms of a SIB type playstyle, a scrappy type playstyle, someone who can run an AR, drop 40 bombs, because we're watching it happen. We're watching it happen. When Scrappy is on Scar HP, he's licking his lips. When Dante is on LAN, he's licking his lips. These ARs, they're not licking their lips in Hardpoint. You know what I'm saying? They're not. They're just not. There was one, I swear, I think it was versus Toronto. I was watching Mamba like legit spray and pray. Like he just hit the corner just shooting. He got the kill too. I was like, how the fuck did that work? Like, when you watch like Scrappy, they're like hidden, they're clearing headies and angles so precisely, zapping people off headies. It just to me looks like if they had slightly more talent in the AR position, they could actually like find more consistency at least. They could find more consistency, but until that happens, they're just gonna randomly win versus OpTic and FaZe, and I think they can randomly win versus Gentlemates. I think they can randomly win versus anybody.
I think it's always going to be a 3-2, though.
Oh, yeah.
Probably. That's what I'm saying. It's always... They're never going to come out and dominate a week or dominate an event or dominate... Which you don't have to do that. It's just, from my point of view, I'm never finna pick these guys when they're playing top-tier competition. Like, I don't care if they're fucking 7-1 versus FaZe this season so far. Like, I'm gonna pick FaZe again. FaZe need to lock it in.
Yeah, it's so interesting looking at Draz's numbers
go out on a
here.
limb.
Like, yeah, go on, Trey.
Go out on a limb. Just throw a little G2 pick in there one time.
Yeah, you might.
My G2 pick yesterday. Hey guys, let me be complete. Hey, between us three, that weren't my pick.
No. Come on, Trey, man. We could have taken credit for that one.
No. I'll let the other person take credit. I said, I give her the sheet, and I'm like, who do you think's gonna win? She done those 9 for 11. That's pretty impressive. And she said G2. I said,
she's on it.
She said G2 3-2.
Ball
you
mower.
sure? I said, are you sure? She goes, yeah. I was like, but I can't take credit for that, guys. I can't do that.
She just knew Draza was going to crash out game 5.
Maybe she knew Dom was gonna get costed on it.
Yeah.
How much you have on it, Don?
Nah, we can have a
Wait,
look
say
at
that
a
one
few
more time?
minutes.
Oh yeah, you can pull them
How-
up. Pull them up.
Yeah, we put them up real quick. You know what? This segment of the show brought to you by Prize Picks. You want to get involved? Grab your $50 lineup with your first $5 lineup. Link in the top line of the description. Winter Olympics is over, but the COD is here to stay. So these were some of the lines that Don had on last week. We're going to go through some of them. Some that he won, some that he lost. This was a dub. So we had Scrap against Toronto. Oh, this was a tight one. Wow. It was the 1.08. He pops up the 1.09. Pred was
Very close one.
I think, to be honest, Pred was the easiest over of all time in this series. Like,
No, it was close. No, it was.
I know
real
it was close, but like there was no
It was
way Pred.
terrorizing.
There was no way Pred was not gonna.
I remember
go
watching your watch
positive in this.
party when you're like, yo, Pred need, but why? Pred needs more. Give it to Pred.
Yeah. Nah, it was close. It was close, bro. It was close. This one was a pretty close one.
He got the job done there. There was we had the Mercules over against Cloud9, not shocked, and the Simp against Minnesota as well. So, you know, pretty standard stuff here, to be honest. There was also this one that you took the nasty less than, wow, and the Simp more than series KD. So that you cooked on that one as well.
So the reason why I took the nasty 57, 58, I'm scared because even all the 57s and stuff, the only person that I've seen hit it, I think maybe Merc hit it, but you gotta be low key frying. Like these lines on these 1 through 3s, they're pretty damn high. They're pretty damn high. I'm not gonna lie.
57 in 3 maps is kind of crazy.
You gotta drop like you gotta have like a take map. Like
You've got to at least have 32, 33 minimum map 1 for it to even be like achievable, because then you're gonna get like 4 or 5 in an S&D, and then you need like 20 in the overload.
Yeah, 25. What I've noticed, 25 and overload is a lot, like a shit ton. Like, it's very hard.
And then he's running the ball with a pistol. Yeah, it's chalk it up.
Yeah.
Bring your AR back out. I got money on the line. Like, come on.
This is the one, Don. You nearly had it. You had the Mamba under map 1 tick. You had the Encourage under. You did remember which team he played for. Under map 1 against OpTic. You had the Purge under, so this is pretty good. But we had the Draza over, man. We took the Draza
terrorized
over.
me, man. I'm telling you, those maps 2 and 3. He had 29. He went 29 and 21 first map. Most damage in the lobby. I was feeling nice, you know. I thought he had me, and he was in me and Ken's chat. He was in me and Ken's chat, and he was like, "Yo, blah 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 blah." And I was texting him the other day because his overhit the other day. Terrorized, man. It's all good. It's all good. I also talked. I didn't send you the picture. I took TJ Halley and Dashies over. I was in the call in TeamSpeak with them, and Brandon terrorized me on that. Tej hit, but Brandon just terrorized me, man. I told him not to play the hill. I said, "You're playing C9.
Yeah, let's go. Come on.
I literally said, Brandon, you're playing Cloud9. You've been struggling a little bit recently. One of your teammates, they're gonna get the hill.
Yeah, old Dashi would have run up a crazy scoreboard on that series.
Cloud9, Brandon, you could have turned your little.
Cell dropped to 1.5 in their series they played against the Shitties. So, you know.
But one thing I'll say about my picks, if you look, I mean, the people who you think like are like the most, because I'm sticking going forward, bro. I'm putting my bread on people that are reliable. You know what I'm saying? 50 to win 150, Shotzi, Simp. I'm done. Every bet I put on with some random motherfuckers, none of them hit. I'm talking about none of them. All the NPC random ones, I just can't read it. I can't read it. Can't read it.
Anyway, there you go. If you guys want to lock in the future, we're going to keep up to date with Don's picks week on week. So we'll see if next week is good or bad. Time will tell. But it's been looking good for the last couple. But just back to Draza, right? Like 0.9 in Surge is pretty shocking for where he's been. You know, like he's been one of the best search players, you know, search grinder and all this. This year he's not been that good in that mode, and that's been, to be honest, for FaZe, that's been the difference, right? Like if they were better at search, they'd have been in the grand finals and the major. Who knows what would have happened then?
Yeah.
So I mean, you're right, Don. You got to start hitting up the bush.
Hit the bush up, bro. We play out in search, bro. We play.
All right, let's see what's going on elsewhere, because we got to. I mean, look, there's some other teams that might need to blow it up. Obviously, we're going to talk about OpTic as well. Number 1 seed as it stands. They've started off 4-0. I was impressed by their win against Miami, I think, because Miami are a solid team. They lost the game 1. They bring it back. They win the rest of the series. You know, it was a gritty map 2. Then they got the job done. Again, Shotzi had a good series this time. It is weird to see Dashi step into this more, like, you know, he's just playing a very different role now that he used to. It's kind of strange. Like, I'm so used to Dashi just dropping numbers every series. It's not really been the case so far this season. But that's okay. I just think this is the type of series that OpTic pre-Mercules, they just lose. Like, there's been a handful of series this season against G2, against Miami, that I just look at it and I'm like, yeah, they weren't winning that before Merc came along. Not like it was only Merc. It's not only about Merc, but they're just a grittier team now. They dig in a little bit harder online. So, yeah, good start for OpTic. They're not the number 1 seed as it stands because they're only 12-3 map count. Thieves are 12-2, but they, you know, some pretty impressive wins so far. And against Cloud9, they handled business done. No surprises.
Yeah, I mean, Ant's consistent, inconsistent. Hook looks great to me. I know only out of 1, but I just feel like Hook is in rhythm right now. And Merc, I don't know what Merc got going on, bro. He might have made a deal with the devil or something. He's just him. He's just him. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, C9, we all knew it was gonna happen.
Listen, bro, I don't
bro,
give
those
a fuck
clutches
who,
they lost to Merc.
Listen, I don't give a fuck who Merc is, yeah. I couldn't give a flying fuck. That 1v3 is outrageously dog shit. And not on Merc side. Not on Merc side, by the way. Listen, Merc can only drop a 1v3 versus everyone's, but bro, they weren't even trying, bro. They weren't even trying. Like that clutch that Merc got when Encourage had him trapped. Was it Merc or someone like that? Had him trapped in the room and motherfuckers defusing the bomb.
Yeah.
And Encourage isn't even looking over him or anything like that. He just has a doorway to just go out and get the kid. Fuck off, bro. Like, you don't even have to be like, bro. Encourage has played challenges. All these have played challenges. That's unacceptable.
I mean,
I know. Listen, I know. Yo, Don, I'm sorry, but I know.
You good.
I know these ain't like league level players right now. You know, they got lucky. But like, we're not even. We're getting 1v3'd. You know, you've got him trapped one shot. None of you have flown at him, and you've let him walk into a doorway.
Bro, Ziddy was actually like
Ziddy
was
disappointed. I'm sorry.
disappointed.
Listen, I'm sorry. I can't listen. I'm in full flow right now. I can't remember the players' names.
It's all the same.
But wow, it don't matter who it was, because listen, if my teammate's staring at that, and I know there's a whole doorway where I can be seen from with the fucking hill, even if I'm spectating, I'm like, yo, angle yourself so we can watch both. If you get shit on, you get shit on, but you didn't even give yourself a chance. You know, there's a clip of Hugh even saying, yo, these guys are rotating.
Yeah.
I wouldn't rotate either. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry, but like, I know I said I need people to bully him, but this is unacceptable. Now you're going too hard.
I mean, even this hop. This hop to me was just like, you're not even, I don't know.
You ain't even trying, bro. You've made him one shot and you both just fucking shit. Like,
you just gifted it to Merc, bro. Like, he's never losing that. You know what I mean?
Never.
He's never gonna.
I'm not gonna roast these players. I'm not gonna roast these players, bro. Like, at the end of the day, this gave me 2015 vibes. This gave me 2015 vibes. I'm in pool play.
It's Saturday morning.
You know, it's Friday. No, it's Friday.
It's Friday night?
I just landed. I just landed Thursday. I'm 15. someone got me a little bit high. So when I was 15 off the papaya, that shit used to have me a little sluggish the next day. You know, what I mean, I'm slow start. So that's Brandon. Brandon's a little sluggish. I'm just fucking there. And Hook's just dropping 90 kills on whoever the fuck I'm playing against. That's what this gave me. I'm in pool play. I got Hook on my team, and he's just dropping 90. Like these guys don't stand a chance. I could literally pull out the blunt right now mid series and start ripping that shit. Like,
bro, Merc came in, no respect. Not an ounce. Everyone else is sat back chilling. He's leaned forward licking monitors. Like, no respect.
Like, we got to get through this, bro. Brandon's just trying to survive, bro. Like,
bro, Brandon probably texted chat, was like, yo, do I have to come into the facility today? Like, come on.
Merc got me, right? Merc's got me this one.
Like,
this
guys,
shit,
come
bro.
on. Actually, Okis dropped 2 and 19 on the first on Colossus HP. I can't deal with this.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's nothing to do with the players in terms of that aspect. Like, they've just been strung together. But listen, Don, I don't give a fuck what 4 you've got. The simple tangibles of being 1v3'd, losing a 1v2 like that, like, that's not league caliber to me. That's that's not ready for the league. That's like challenges. You know, that's the type of shit.
I still don't understand how they lost this. Like, it's just so outrageous.
He's just replaying it over and over.
No, I still like this. This is such an impossible round to lose. I just don't understand. He's already weak. He's 60 HP, and like they're both challenged at the same time. It's just, you can't.
Well, they're not both challenged at the same time.
Well, Encourage runs into a wall. If Encourage doesn't run into the wall, then it's fine. But he slides into the wall.
They're not both challenged at the same time. The guy on bombs shit himself and stood behind it and getting slammed, and the guy inside tin just said, "You know what? I'm going to try and sit in this corner and try and hold him on an angle."
This one was so bad, man. Actually, so bad.
And like I said, what makes it worse is just like it just keeps like
Dashy's just shaking his head like this guy, man.
Listen,
this guy can't lose. He's got plot armor.
Nothing's letting off for the boys over in C9. They've been clutched on so many times in the past week and a half.
Bro, this is literally, they're going against potentially the #1 player in the world in all of Call of Duty. They might be in the top 200. I just did the math. These guys were a top 24 team in challengers. Yep. You add the other 12 pro teams, that's 36 times 4. That's 144. Okay. They're somewhere in the top 200 range, which is, if you think about it, there's a couple billion people, few billion people in the world. They're in the top 200. But they going up against top 1, top tier #1.
Listen, like I said, I feel so sorry for going on about it because like it is bad. But like, listen, I've been retired 3 years, Don. I'm not getting 1v3'd and 1v2'd like that. I don't give a fuck if it's Mercules with a vape in his hand, fucking puffing the biggest clouds of all time. I've been 1v3, Don. We've all been 1v3 disrespectfully like that.
Yeah,
you know, not in some manner, but like I feel like that one's just like so avoidable. And then the 1v2s that keep happening, like Matt, like wow. I don't know.
I ain't never been 1v3. We all challenge at the same time. I've been 1v3. Someone's across the map out to play. He got caught lacking. You know what I'm saying? And the other guy got caught lacking. Like, you got to get caught. When you get 1v3, normally you get caught like slipping.
Let me say something positive, by the way. They won an S&D.
They did win a search. That is their only series map win.
But the issue is, Falcons, the worst S&D team in the world.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they won 6 straight.
Hey, did you see the stat that the CDL put up on the screen with the C9 game on Den, by the way?
Was
C9 were 3-0 on Den S&D. And I sat there, you know, I'm thinking, these guys haven't even played 3 S&Ds.
Yeah, they worked that one out.
They've took the old C9 stats from the old team.
Shout out Easy Mac,
to try and push some good prop for the boys.
Yeah, that's the same.
And then they just got violated.
Yeah, it was bad. This clutch was also unreal. The Shotzi clutch against Miami. This literally changed the whole series. This one.
This clutch that Shotzi did. I know someone requested to see it in the chat. So W Reader from Rab.
Yeah.
The way he played this clutch was so fire. To know when his health was regenning to the point where they might stop watching him. Like, I will say, there's a lot of things I'm seeing right now, Don, where people are making someone one shot and they're not running them down. Mm-hmm. You know, if I'm Miami here, you know, how long's left on the clock there? Like 20 seconds. I'm double sprinting into side room, see if I can run him down.
Yeah, I hear that.
Look at the two. Look at the two, Trey. They don't do that. They don't got that in their bag, Trey. They don't want to die.
Were
those the last two?
Hey,
it's
Don,
super. They don't want to die.
Met was probably sat there saying, Ariba, like fucking run at this guy.
Interesting. Wow, it really was Renko and Super last alive. That's crazy.
It's kind of funny how you said that, and you're like, oh, they just don't have it in their bag. That just proves it. That just proves it. But no, listen, nothing to take away from Shotty. Like that, you know, they did troll, but you know, it's like Mercules. It's nothing to take away from Mercules clutches too against C9. Like they trolled and he capitalized on it.
Yeah, for sure. That's like, OpTic. Right. Yeah, go on.
Here's my question about Cloud9. What do you do?
Okay. My question is, like, what is the point, right? Because... No, like, but I'm being serious. From the org's perspective, I don't understand the logic. Like, okay, we're picking up a shit team that's obviously going to be terrible. We're paying them no money. It's like, okay, so we're not going to go to Birmingham. We're going to be dead last all year. We're not going to make champs. Sure. So now we get to go to the World Cup because we're in the Pro League. So we come last at the World Cup. We make like 10K, 5K, 10K. We contribute some numbers towards their overall team standings in the World Cup because they're entering a different esport. But like, if they're coming dead last, they're not getting many points. So, like, what's the logic? Have a shit team all year and then just before the World Cup pick up a good team? Like, I don't understand the strategy. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they try and do that. Like, they run it down the whole year, paying nothing, don't make champs, and then they try and pick up a good challengers team or something for the World Cup and see if they can make a run like Omid did last year to like top 8 or something. I just don't really get the what we're trying to achieve here.
My thing is, right, this is what I think. C9 know the year's choked. Jack knows it's done. So he's just happy running it at the same 4 players because they've accepted the lowest salary they can possibly give him.
I mean, they didn't have to chalk it up. Like they could have kept paying what they were paying before and at least tried to still be competitive.
Yeah, but here's my thing, right? They realized that they were paying X amount, not a lot, obviously, probably bare minimum for them too, probably like 40, 50Ks. And then gone, yo, we're still getting ran. Like, what's the point? We should just go bare min.
Get the bush. I think they thought about getting the bush. I think it crossed their mind. I think it crossed their mind. And
Bush should buy them out.
It's not a big fee. Not gonna lie to you. It's a very
was it like 8K?
Less than that.
For the whole team?
For the whole squad, because I don't think Prelude
Bro,
and
let me
Fire
transfer the money.
Yeah, we can make that happen.
I don't think Prelude and Fire have a buyout. I think Cap and Chris do, but
well, Chris 100%.
It's like 2,500. Like it's not. They could have got the whole team.
Well, don't tell
the player.
Don't tell.
The players might have put up some of their own bread. Not gonna lie to you.
I think
to get your whole team in. Yeah.
I think your whole team would have done it if they could go all together.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. We could all, if even leave me out of it, if they could all go together, they would have did it.
Hey, you're gonna be good regardless.
I'm gonna be good regardless. I'm chilling. They would have did it.
Why? Like why though?
I have, bro, no idea.
What do you mean cross their mind?
I have no idea. They did that.
You know what it is? I genuinely think it's buyout. Genuinely. I don't know why, but orgs hate. Yo, Dom, when I said to London when we were trying to get you in, you was like, yo, maybe like 10-15. I'm like, yo, 10-15, that's like nothing.
Really not that bad, yeah.
10-50. Yo, can we get done? Nah, London ain't buying a buyout. I was like, all right, I'll pay for his buyout then. Nah, they don't want you to do that either. So what can I do?
What? What?
Oh yeah, no,
That's
listen,
wild.
I was offering to pay part of Don's buyout for sure. I was about to put up like a couple grand.
Nah, we
And
can't
they
do
said,
that.
nah,
Trey.
they said they don't want to do that either because it's bad PR.
That is bad PR. That makes
It
I
is
mean, they're not
horrendous
wrong.
PR.
To be fair.
Listen, it is a horrendous.
But if it
PR.
doesn't come out public, then you get away with it.
Oh, but you know me, bro. I would have said that first day we
Oh,
got
well,
done.
yeah, that is true.
yeah.
Like I ain't got like I would have told Don, yo, Don, don't tweet out appreciate for the opportunity because there was no opportunity. The players had to do this. This is player funded, you know. And then I'll probably went on stream. They were like, yo, what's it like playing with Don again? I'd have been like, great or ass, you know, either or.
Yeah.
And then I've been like, it's great, but I'm 10 grand down.
Yeah, you wouldn't have been able to help yourself. That was for
You've
sure.
been looking at me like, yo, Don, listen, this is what we did for you.
Yeah.
I need you on your best
Yeah,
behavior.
Hey,
You better be
hey,
dropping 40.
Hey, you throw up the horse. I'm just side-eyeing you. From
Yeah.
fucking down the
Yeah.
stage.
Yeah. 10K for this. 10K for a 15 bomb.
We were on the we were on the phone, Don, saying we can make this work, and now you're giving me this. Like, okay, no refunds though. Bet. Just have him sign an NDA. Come on now, there's no NDAs in COD. That gets broken when someone that gets broken when someone goes, nah, I can't say anything. I signed an NDA. All right, bet. You don't meant to say that either.
Yeah, that don't mean anything. It's Call
No.
of Duty, baby. Ain't that serious?
I think we have the worst kept secrets in COD history,
Oh,
like in
100%.
the history of esports.
All right. What else do you guys think about the standings right now? We've talked about most of the teams. I guess just a quick word on the Falcons, just because they've had quite an interesting week. Like, I kind of thought they were a little bit cooked, but then, well, actually, there's obviously one other team we need to talk about that they played against, and that is the Ravens. So they 3-0'd the Ravens. Are Falcons back, or are Ravens just mega cooked? Because I saw Nero, he did a tweet. Do you know what he said, Trey?
Said he was lagging.
He said he was lagging. He said he was lagging the whole
Shut-
series.
Oh.
So, you know, I'm not saying he's wrong.
Wait.
What I'm saying
I
is,
believe you. I believe you.
yeah, I'm saying what goes around comes around.
Listen,
Pardon it.
they haven't been back since. They haven't been back since the major. They've not. Don, you know what I hate? I don't like people that don't accept when they're fucked up.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
They've come in here and spoke the absolute bullshit about internet and where they are. Gone to LAN, got violated, come back, violated again, and I ain't seen them since.
Yeah.
Where is yeah, you guys were right. We shouldn't have done that. Where are they now? XE hasn't even loaded up YouTube since.
Yeah.
He pressed X on his monitor, Tom. He did it.
Yeah, permanently it looks
He's been
like.
pressing X.
Hey, and I promise you, if they win and come in here, I'm blocking them.
Yeah. They might have to get banned. Yeah.
They got to win at
I-
least
I
three
should-
series in a row before they get to come in here again.
No, I should do it for them outslaying by 35 and losing the
Oh,
goddamn
yeah,
map.
buddy. Oh, yeah.
Listen, Sibs 23 and 44. That's 100-point club stats. That is. Let's keep that real with us. You know, you would 100-point club someone doing that. Maybe not. Maybe back in the day on like a faster COD, but like an IW.
This is actually bonkers map. I don't know if I've ever seen anything like this.
Yo, Don, I can't remember the last time someone went 23 and 44. Also, Don, I don't know what you were doing, GOAT. I don't know how you thrown up. I don't know how you
were
thrown up
running.
44 deaths in a map, but
I think that was the record. That was record deaths of the.
Yeah.
And Neptune went far behind at 41.
hey, at least Neptune was running it down with him. He said, "Yo, Donny, I got you. We're gonna get
Yeah, Envoy too.
Yo, there's 5 deaths between them. What? Listen,
85 deaths.
you got listen. You gotta blow it up. after this. This is a listen. This is a droppable series. Done. If I lose this map on in any circumstance, I'm looking at the coach. I don't care who you get him. I can. Because all I see here is they've played this map fucking terribly.
This is some questionable behavior, this map.
Listen, they're trying not to get the Burger King card.
Yeah, they're desperate.
I don't even, bro. Does Brian Saint, bro? I feel bad for him because I was very critical of him. Does he even have time to coach these guys?
Nah, I mean,
He
he said he
might
ain't
be- he might
tweeting
be
anymore.
busy.
So
Between tweeting, coaching,
operations,
probably
HR.
making graphics,
Yeah.
probably paying the players. Taxes,
running the accounts, like
building the desks. I don't know if he does, Don. And that's why I find it. Listen. That's why I find it to be so hard and critical on coaches because there's only so much.
There's only so much. There's only so much. Yeah.
You think you think having JP, Karma, Formal, and Octane as your coaches are going to help what just happened here? No, that's 4 morons running around the map together.
Nero goes 48 and 28. That's big for the lineman.
Yeah, he walked away and said, "Yo, I just fucking fried. What happened?"
Did he drop 50 for the loss? Woohoo!
I already know Nero texted some of his boys. Yo, boys, I just got fucking costed, bro. And hey, low key, I would have done the same thing.
Hey, 48 and 28. I mean, he had 50, bro. Like that's a great map. I don't know. I mean,
Nah, it is. But if his boys were negative, I'd be like, right, he carried. But his boys are 38, 34.
His boys
34.
fried. They all fried. They all have 40. They had triple 40s basically. Well, they had 2 40s and a 50.
Listen, if you just screenshotted their KDs and just got rid of the names and posted it online, I guarantee 100 million% of the people would say, "Wow, that other team must have got slammed."
Wow, that was bad. 250 to maybe 250, 110 at a push.
Yeah, and the extra 10 points on top was them just kill whoring, just violating.
I don't know what this team does.
This wouldn't have happened under Slasher, bro. That's all I'm saying. Slasher was there.
Yo, did you
Austin
see
typed in my
BenJ?
chat. He typed in my chat.
What'd he say?
Right after the map, he typed in my chat. He's like, "Nah, man, you know this online shit is fake, man. You gotta stop acting surprised to this shit, man." I'm like, "Bro, Austin, I know the online shit is fake, but bro, they outslayed by 32. How did they not win that?" He said, "Come on, Don, you know better than this." He was disappointed in me. Like, all right, bro, you got it, bro.
What were you gonna say, Trey?
I can't remember what I was gonna say.
Oh, good.
Wait there.
I will say what you think.
Blow it up. You were thinking about Ravens, blow it the fuck up.
Yeah. Lux does have some talent.
Did you see BenJ say that the correlation between Craze's setup was...
Oh my god, yeah, he did.
Wait, what'd he say? What'd he say?
Well, I don't know. What was the actual quote? CDL highlight.
I just violated Craze in his setup for no reason.
Why is he violating the setup?
He said it was like a direct correlation between how they've been playing. Look at his backdrop. Leaned all the way back.
That's good stuff. That's WBenJ.
Yeah, I agree. Totally BenJ, man. I think Lurks has got some talent. Oh yeah, here's a clip.
He does. Lurks got some talent. He's a stallion.
He is a stallion. There's the BenJ clip.
Second before falling. And as soon as he gets that second kill, all information gained. Teammates don't waste any time to push through motel. And just
What's wrong with the backdrop? What's wrong with that, bro?
Cam really says it all about the Carolina fucking
He's got a
franchise.
small bedroom. What do you want to do
Playing in the
with that?
bedroom, his fucking backdrop isn't even fucking straight. It's like leaning over. Really just says it all about.
Well, he is right next to the door, bro. He's got no
No, I'm saying
room.
his
He actually
setup
has
is-
no
is
room.
Like exactly what I think of the Carolina Hawks, bro.
He actually has no like space, bro.
That's pretty good out of BenJ.
Bro,
I can't lie.
yo, BenJ sounds like just a
He's so disappointed,
dad.
bro.
So
Yeah.
yo, son, what's going on with your setup? Like, why is the back
why is it
just leaning
wonky,
away
bro?
that your bed ain't made? What, bro? Like, what do you want him to do? He's on London. It makes sense.
Yeah, Ravens. I don't know what we do. What do we do? We just run it up. I mean,
Well,
look, they're
listen,
still okay. They're still okay. Look at the
Listen, all I
standings right
said
now.
was, listen. I couldn't give a flying fuck if they're okay.
No,
They're
they're
not
still
allowed
eighth
to
in
be
the
okay.
standings.
Yeah, that's eighth. Yeah, they're on a downward spiral right now.
Mm.
We said it. Well, I said it. I don't know if you guys agreed with me at the time, but
Now, once you break the boogeyman, like people know that
right,
they're
Don,
vulnerable.
Don, this team was not that good to be running top teams down 24/7. We said this.
Oh fuck no, hell no. We knew it. We knew it. I mean,
I knew it as soon as I went to LAN and got violated first round
Yeah,
versus
yeah, yeah.
LADs.
that just
No doubt.
confirmed what we thought. That confirmed what we thought. You know what I'm saying? After the land, we was like, yeah, we were right. We were thinking it the whole time. Like we were just like, damn, like these motherfuckers really 5-0. Like, is this real? And no, it wasn't.
It ain't real. This Friday, they play the Boston Breach.
It's a must win. I think whoever loses that, you call cap.
Listen, there's a few teams. Listen, if you lose to Cloud9, you blow it up.
You
If
blow
you
it up.
lose,
If you lose more than
to-
one map to Cloud9, you blow it up. Even
if
maybe a
you
single
lose
one.
listen, Falcons were close. I nearly screamed at them, but lucky
Mm.
for them, I think Falcons has the worst S&D in the league. By the way, I just want to put that out there. I think that team is horrid at S&D. But if you lose to Cloud9, you blow it up. If you lose to Boston as they are right now, you blow it up. If you lose to Surge, you blow it up. And if you're one of the teams that needs to blow it up and you beat the other team that needs to blow it up, you still blow it up.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Let's go on the phone.
I think you both blow it up at the same time.
Mm.
Maybe make a couple trades of each other.
I like that. Speak to the Bush. Speak to the other team. Speak to the
Bush,
Huntsman.
you got Huntsman, you got Beans' team.
Yeah? Bring Beans back in.
You know, do something. Like there shouldn't be, I'm just being completely honest. Like there just shouldn't be bottom teams in the league who are like close to challengers, because you're literally getting so much better practice than in chat. Like we play, like when we got to scrim OpTic, there's so obviously, like you can say there's a talent gap, there's a gap everywhere, but there's a supreme knowledge gap. Like they're so much faster than us to make decisions. And these dog shit teams, even though they're dog shit, they still get OpTic and LAT and Gentlemates and FaZe scrims. Because, you know, Gentlemate, those top 4 teams, they don't want to play each other every day. You know what I'm saying? They don't, LAT and FaZe, they're not going to play each other every day. They're going to be like, yo, can we play some different fucking teams? Like, can we switch it up? They don't want to get used to one play style. So these bottom tier teams are getting the best practice in the world. And they're still horse. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's just very unfortunate. And I don't even necessarily blame the players in all those bottom tier situations. It starts from the top.
Well, listen, my thing is not everyone has the same shit too. You know, I think if like you look at like Premier League teams and stuff like that, they're all they all have a training facility. You know, maybe not as good as the other ones, but like we've got. You're trying to compare a team scattered around the nation in comparison to a team that basically lives with each other, scrims with each other, in a top class facility with each other. Like, it's not even comparable. I think anyone in the league that doesn't have a facility should be fucking kicked out too. I think that should be a mandatory requirement.
100%.
I think it's outright disrespectful. And I heard some pros saying that like it's sometimes a disadvantage when you're playing in a facility because then if one guy's in LA, they favor the guy in
that's
LA.
actually the last thing I was going to talk about. So yeah.
Which is very true because the league goes, nah, he's pinging bad over here. 7 people ping good, one person pings bad. They favor the guy that's pinging bad. For starters, no one should ever be pinging bad because all 4 people should be in the same spot. They want to say it's a professional league or whatever like that. They've done a terrible job on mandating what teams do. They let these teams run wild. The league should be stepping in and say and actually fucking doing something. You know, at the start, Don, when the CDL first came out, it was great, you know, healthcare, you know, all that type of stuff. It was all perks, rent paid. People were moving out to different states and stuff like that. You thought it would get better over the next 5 years. No, it's going extremely sloppy.
Yeah.
I agree for sure. Like, I think it's
any
a joke.
organization.
They incentivize the dog shit teams by doing this stuff.
They incentivize teams to not try to win. Because the teams that don't try to win sometimes end up making more money because guess what? Cloud9 are paying $96,000 for a whole team. You can buy 8 Celiums with that.
Well, yeah.
And they're making
times that to, yeah.
You know what I'm saying though? You could, you know, you could buy 8
you could buy
Celiums for a
Celium.
month.
You could buy 1 Celium thumb for that.
Yeah, essentially. Everything was going great until these dog shit teams came in. Not the players on the teams. These dog shit organizations came in and just, honestly, they've made the league look terrible. They've made other teams look like they just walk all over the league. There's no rules. There's no nothing. There used to be rules. You used to have to have a sub. You used to have to pay $50,000 a month minimum. And they're just taking it away because these orgs just like, you know, they say they're going to leave or whatever like that, so they just get rid of it. It's terrible. It's actually terrible.
No, I agree. I think the league needs to do a better job on a lot of these fronts because what we're seeing this year with Cloud9 was inevitable the way that things were going. Like, eventually one team was going to decide, well, we can't be kicked out unless we decide to sell. So we might as well just pay the bare minimum. I saw a comment in the chat earlier. They were like, how do we make the league more competitive? The answer is if it was an open circuit. If we had an open circuit where teams like TSM or like as it was back in the day, H2K, TSM, Liquid, and all these other like CLG, these teams all made rosters and decided, well, Cloud9 are paying the absolute bare minimum in the league. We're going to form a better team. We're going to win the relegation battle or whatever the case is. Like, that's how you make the league more competitive because the issue is that this, and Dashi makes the point on Exceed's playing out of Cali, and as a result, the matches they play, oh, well, we're going to bring out the ping tool, or we're going to use the Denver server because it makes it, on average, more fair. But, like, it incentivizes the dogshit teams to keep their players in this weird spot because sometimes they get a ping advantage in some of these series when their players have a bit more volatility, which gives them an edge. And as a result, yeah, maybe they get shit on most of the time on LAN. But we've got 11 qualifiers. If you won all of them, you get 110 points. That's more than a major win. Like, it's just, online matters so much that it's, yeah, the incentives have all gone in the wrong place over the last few years. And I understand why we've got here because so much of the money was wasted and a lot of those orgs didn't see the return they were promised by Bobby Kotick because the franchise league was a mistake. And okay, we know all these answers, but like, unfortunately, we're kind of in... It's like before the league came around in Black Ops 4, we kind of had a pseudo-franchise where it was semi-open, semi-closed. We now kind of have the same thing where it's not really a franchise league anymore, but yet we still have the negatives of the franchise league without some of the positives that were expected for the teams. So, you know, thankfully, thankfully we got General Mates and other good orgs.
This is my thing though, like, if I'm like one of the top orgs coming in, you know, you obviously a top org like Gentlemate's coming in. They've shown like what it takes to be like another top org in the scene. So if all of these teams are complaining about the costs and what was promised and all that shit that didn't come about, why haven't they just fucked off?
I have no idea.
London went from paying $2.2 million in salary year one to like 560k year 2 to then 400k year 3. Just go away at that point. There's many orgs in the scene that would love to take your spot and do better. And we know this. Doesn't matter if they're Saudi. Doesn't matter if they're another American team or a European team or anything like that. It's just a terrible look when, you know, you look at your rumors. I don't even know how Jack sleeps at night knowing that he's got all this bad press on him. I'd be sick to my stomach.
Get that nice headquarters built in Qadiyah, Saudi Arabia, and then it'll be fine.
And kick every... listen, respectfully, anyone who's joined the league and, like, done shit should not be anywhere else. Like, it's actually insane.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, on that positive note, might be time to end the show unless you've got any final thoughts, Don.
No, I don't got nothing else to say. We had a pretty good show, you know? W show.
Absolutely, W show. Gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thanks for joining us all this evening, afternoon, wherever you are around the world. Like, Don, you've had a good week. Hopefully next week will be even better. You got some college COD matches coming up in a couple of hours. They want to get you locked in, Don. They need the maestro back in the server to carry the boys to the win. You know, you love to see it, you hate to see it.
You hate to see it. I'm just trying to get I gotta do some school. I gotta do schoolwork. I gotta spawn in. I gotta do you know what I'm saying? I'm everywhere, but we're gonna make it work. And the good thing is, I do got a summer break.
Hell yeah.
We only got about 3-4 more months. Then I'll just be vibing, you know, sleeping on the couch a little bit more.
It's all about the money, Don.
It's all about the money. I'm hustling and it's fun. It's fun. It's fun to be in a position. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you guys, you know, Trey, Rab, Steve, you know, everybody else, like putting me in positions and giving me opportunities, you know what I'm saying? So it comes with it, you know what I'm saying? We working, but yeah, excited for the Doug and Don show. We should get an episode this week. That should be good. And then you guys got your pre-shows on the weekend. So.
Hell yeah, baby. Trey, you want to close us out?
Yeah, we got pre-shows on the weekend. Let me check, actually.
It's probably going to have to be Friday. I'm busy Saturday night.
Yeah, but OpTic 2 plays Saturday. We're going against Rab's Rule.
Ah, no. I'm cooked.
Oh, we usually do it.
We try and do it
We
OpTic
usually do
day.
it.
Try and do it OpTic.
Bro, yo, when they play Sunday, I'm so happy. Rab's like pre-show Sunday. I'm like, bet, lock me in. But no, listen, great show. Like I said, we can talk for hours on this podcast. You know, we got some good takes, some good personalities over. I like this show, and we're not retards, guys. We're not retards.
No.
So I'll you know, we probably are. Never mind. Yeah. Well, no, we haven't been confirmed by Scrap, so we're good.
Yeah, we're good for now.
We're good. But yeah, listen, episode 88.
Sabby finishing where he started in the chat. Yeah, go on, Trey.
Yo, Sabby might be the biggest Daniel.
Sabby's in the generational hater club, that is for sure.
He's been spamming.
He's
it
an
the whole
honorary
time.
member.
Now listen, it was a great show. Like I said, there's not a crazy amount to talk about, but we always make it work. And this was a pretty long episode, low-key. So, you know, we appreciate everyone coming in, saying hi, showing love all the time. Make sure you watch it. You know, if you haven't seen it, heard it, or you want to listen to it back, make sure you go on Spotify. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you guys subscribe too.
Yeah.
We're only 200 subscribers away from 81,000. We're trying to get to 100,000. I don't know what we're going to do at 100K, but
It's going to be crazy.
Something crazy is going to happen. But all your support makes everything a lot easier for us, i.e., you know, getting places. If we want to go to an event, you know, it's all the support matters. And Munyon, because we need that. Because Steve and Rab ain't doing these business calls like Jerry's doing.
Nah,
so,
Jerry's moving different, I can't lie.
Yeah, so we might have to get on that. But listen, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you guys for tuning in. A great show as always. Make sure you guys like the stream. Goddamn pleasure as always. We'll see you guys Friday for the pre-show with me and Rab. Don's got an episode coming out with Doug. Whenever that gets recorded, you guys will see that. Make sure you follow the Twitter, YouTube, subscribe, all that lovely stuff. And then we'll be back next Monday for another pre-show with the same fellas that I'm sat with right now. For myself, Tactical Rab, and Don. It's a goddamn pleasure. We'll see you guys later.
Take care.